is your hatred for John Cena?
Yo, when Hulk Hogan takes a rock bottom better than you, there's a problem. There's a problem. My man. All right, so give me the camera.
One rock bottom.
Yo, no, it's more than that. Show, give me the camera. I got the fucking camera. Kenny, I'm gonna have to do it for you. I'm gonna give you the whole spiel. He came out as a prototype. Whatever. You know, he slaps Kurt Angle. Ruthless aggression. I'm not into that. Whatever. He comes out as a rapper. I'm like, okay, all right, I can dig it. You know, he's from Boston, so that's a strike. You know, us New Yorkers, we don't fuck with Boston too much, but you know what? I'll look over that. He's doing his thing. Something original. Some I could, you know, there's something different. It's entertaining. Comes around, and my man has a choice between The Big Show, Kane, or Shawn Michaels. And he gives the most pussiest promo I've ever heard in my life. I will never forgive this. And he's on some, well, you know, I don't want to fight The Big Show because, you know, he's a huge guy. And, you know, you got the Big Red Machine who wants to fight him. And Shawn Michaels is a legend. Fuck that, bro. You already beat all these motherfuckers already.
Her return on SmackDown.
Okay.
So I definitely read some rumors about that.
Because for whatever reason, and I don't know Cody's reason, you turn around and go back, and people are gonna be, you destroyed thrones, and you go back? We have been doing this shit for ages, and he still doesn't know how to take it right. Trust me. That's it. Just,
Shit.
Collapse with the kick.
That's what I was doing. That's the way he didn't collapse during the sun. It was the kick.
He's not even in his fucking chair when he gets in this fucking thing. He's not even in his fucking chair.
Yeah, but he
there
thinks, oh!
There he goes.
Both matches without the wrestlers were in the tape.
And on that note, everyone, it's your friendly neighborhood.
I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I stay loose, I stay hype. I could do this all night, cause I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Yeah, I do what I like. Sipping goose, sip is right. And I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Yeah, I go with the flow. Cause I know I'm the show. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. In the zone, here I go. Yeah, they know I'm a pro. Let's go, let's go! Yeah! Let's go! Here I go, I get lit, I get hyped for this shit. That's right.
Word. He be like, I got a left elbow and a right elbow. I can break your face with an any elbow. Make sure that you get elbowed in your elbow with an elbow. Got the arm bar, get the farm bar, get around with the bomb with the bomb bar.
Daddy's gonna take you to Jersey Shore.
Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's fucking Thursday night, and you know what that means. We got Lay in the building. Double or Nothing was on Sunday. We just had one hell of a fucking dynamite debut in Los Angeles. MJF went off. Yo, and that's the next pipe bomb. But yo, everybody wants to hear our opinion on this shit. Pimp is in the building. Number first in the building. What's going on? How y'all feeling? What's up, Lay? How you doing?
Just chilling, man. Just chilling, man. Chilling. And realizing how you, I don't know if WWE realized how to do a pay-per-view follow-up an event. Like the event to follow up the pay-per-view. That's how you do it.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh yeah. Yo, dude, I say this every week, but every week we got some news. We got some fucking shit to talk about, you know? You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
This week we got some shit to talk about. I felt like Raw was like, okay, AEW did their thing with Double or Nothing, so Seth Rollins go out there and try to, cut a promo, say they ain't shit. And then MJF was like, fuck yeah. Seth Rollins came out on Raw and was like, you guys aren't that good. And MJF was like, yo, fuck you. Yeah, it was I didn't see all of Seth Rollins' promo. I know I didn't miss nothing. Ain't nothing spectacular.
It's funny because some people were legitimately impressed by it, and I was like, that's a lame ass promo. That's all the whole thing. I was like, that's it?
Yeah.
So you're basically saying what everybody just tweeted.
Yeah,
consistently.
The level of standard for a promo went down because all you need to do is mention someone.
Mm-hmm.
You know, if I cut a promo on fucking Kenny and I was like, Kenny, you think that you're the Keith Lee of the Knucklehead Network? Everybody in wrestling industry be like, oh, he mentioned Keith Lee. This is a pipe bomb. Get him. It's like, okay, that's not usually how it works. Will you go on? Do you think this was a work from MJF? You know something? I think this was Tony Khan going, I'm going to take care of you. But since this is hot news, run with it. I think this is we got something here. Go. It's a work shoot. You know, like, I don't think Tony Khan knew what he was going to say, but he said, you know what? Go ahead. Let's see what happens. You know? Because it's like that pipe bomb. If Punk wasn't really supposed to say all that shit, they'd have cut him off a long fucking time. You know?
I completely agree. A nice solid work shoot, you know what I mean?
Word.
So, yeah, and they got everybody talking.
Dude, I fucking refuse to believe that he's only getting paid $70,000. That's the rumor.
Yeah, that's what I've seen. Like I said, I looked up everybody's thing, and between two guys, it's $5 million. Just two guys.
Yeah, I kind of refuse that MJF is getting 70. Like, the minimum from what I heard from WWE is 150.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you're getting half of the minimum guy in WWE. If that was the case, then yeah, I'll go do WWE too. Put me in NXT. Fuck that. Instead of for MJF, make me W.
Chilling catering. All right.
Yeah, shit. Fucking change my name from MJF to WCW or whatever the fuck you want. Walter Clarence or something, you know? Shit. I'll be Webster, and Cohen if you're gonna pay me double to do jack shit when I'm over here the top guy in this fucking place.
This is true, yeah.
So, all right, before we get into AEW, because I know Gigi, she's coming tonight and she wants to talk about that promo that MJF spoke about. I want to talk about the genius of the WWE. Once again, they said Sasha Banks and Naomi have, disgraced us. They're unprofessional. They threw every name at them under the book that wasn't a sexist name. And then they go, we're going to do a tournament. And the person running the joint turned around and said, wait a minute, let me view the product for a second. Shit, we don't have any female tag teams. Wait, what? Why did they leave again? Because they didn't give any respect to the tag team championships. Nah, that couldn't have been why they left. They were cunts. Yeah, fuck it. Fool them. Throw 2 tag teams out there and let's just get rid of the shit. Fuck it. We'll get rid of the shit. And when Naomi and Sasha Banks decide to come back, we'll put them in the title fucking shot anyway for the fucking women's title. It's like, yo, bro, I don't know if anybody's noticing a pattern here. Maybe they were right to walk out. They didn't even fucking realize they couldn't do a tournament for the women's tag team titles. Wow.
Yep, absolutely. It's like,
wow.
It's hilarious how you set a plan in motion and then you can't do the plan.
Yeah.
And that's the same thing I said in the group with the Lacey Evans. They did all that week promos, like 3 weeks of promos, right? Was going to be this, sympathetic face. And now they just turned around and made her heel. And I say before, and I'm saying again, this fucking company, son, never ceases to amaze me.
They don't. And you know something? This is even more fucking more ammunition for why Sasha Banks and Naomi needed to walk out. What's going on? Real quick, what's going on, Harris? What's up, Kenny? What's up, Pimp? We're gonna get to Harris after this, this shit. But because think about it, bro. For whatever reason, Lacey Evans was out for so long. You know what I'm saying? She was out for so long, whether it be injury. Oh no, she had a baby. She just had a new baby, and she was out, and then she comes back, and now we're gonna change the angle of you were abused by your father, or whatever the case may be, and we're gonna play that role. Then they go, well, it's not working, so we're gonna make you a heel. Well, since you're so popular for some reason, we're gonna make you a face. And now it's day to day. Like, she's the big show of the company without having a match. She's a heel, she's a face, she's a heel, she's a face. Like, they don't know what to do with her. Then the tag team titles come around, and they have Bayley and Sasha Banks, which in all honesty, Hall of Fame tag team. Mm-hmm. On paper, Bayley and Sasha Banks is a Hall of Fame tag team. Mm-hmm. Like, they could have did so much shit with that tag team titles that they didn't even fucking realize. And then what they do at WrestleMania, they give it to the Iconics. Are the Iconics a good tag team? Yes, they are. Did they deserve to win it at WrestleMania? Hey, they did what they did, what they did with it. Would I have loved to see Sasha Banks and Bayley still win defend the title at WrestleMania for the first time? Yes, I would, because that's history. But neither here or there. Hindsight 2020. But fast forward to when it's when hindsight is now sight. You did nothing with the titles. You're doing with the women's tag team championships what you're doing with the men's tag team championships, but worse, because the men's tag team championships, you're making tag teams out of nowhere, but you're giving them enough time to grow so people can like them with RK Broseph and Alpha Academy. You're giving them enough time for them to be a legitimate tag team, even though they're brand new. Then they win the titles, and then they have a storyline. The women go, we have number one contender for the champions. Who are they? We don't know yet. What? And on the pay-per-view, it's like they're doing the lethal lottery. All right, Dewdrop and her tag team partner. Hey, Missy Hyatt, how you doing? Nikki Ash, and they're coming out of two different locker rooms and like, there goes my partner, and they expect them to get over because now, like, we've been tagging for the past 6 years. You've never seen us. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's literally no respect in the women's division anymore. Tony Storm turned around and said, you know what? Fuck this. I'm going home. Someone who literally, and anybody watching this knows that at one point in time, you had a dream to become a wrestler and would have killed to have any position in the WWE. Tony Storm, I'm pretty sure, still has that, would kill to do anything to be a wrestler. Said, fuck it, I'm going home. How much shit do you have to put up with, or do you have to see for you to go, you know what? This ain't worth it. I'm out. Mm-hmm. I'll go do OnlyFans. I'll go to AEW, and I'll do the shit over there. I'll do the same shit over there that you wanted me to do over here. Just I don't want to be a part of this company.
Absolutely. Yeah, I every time you turn around, this company does something, and I want everybody to understand. I'm going to say something, and I want you to understand that I'm saying it because I enjoyed what this company did before, and I grew up with the company. You know what I mean? WCW wasn't really around like that. It wasn't until the Monday Night Wars that it really turned up.
Yep.
And I was huge WWE fan, but it's like every other week they give you something not to be a fan of.
Yeah.
You literally pick up every talent there is, but then your developmental becomes the best brand you have for actual wrestling and storylines.
Yeah.
You literally your third brand, as you call it. And it got to the point where people are saying, yo, I don't know how the main roster is gonna top that pay-per-view on Saturday.
Word.
That's what started happening to you guys.
Word.
And you know what's funny? It rarely happened. And now a good percentage of those people which you released, even though you were making money hand over fist, you released them. I get it. Cool. Business is business, whatever. Now they're in the other company and they're putting on some solid matches, you know what I mean? Like we said, AEW's having their moments where they're falling off, but once again, I repeat this and I say it again and again. It's a young company. It hasn't been around that long. You know what I'm saying? So calm down.
Yeah.
And then you have a thinner roster, but you have no real young talent to go up against a champion that now has a part-time schedule. And he has both belts. So now you have two brands essentially with no champion. And then your secondary titles are a fucking joke.
Yeah.
And then my favorite thing is you start to develop an interesting story with Lacey Evans, and for some reason you drop it. I saw one of the promos of vignettes. I was like, oh, okay. I didn't know that about her. I can see myself cheering for her. Fuck that.
Yep.
And then you have two women beg you for the tag team titles, like Xavier Wood begged you to put King in the ring, and you don't respect these people's choices to try to elevate both things to give you more options to present more people. Fantastic. All right.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
You know,
this is sensational.
it doesn't take much. And real quick, we're gonna get to you, Walter, and we're gonna get to you, Harris. Appreciate y'all stopping by. Yo, I don't know. You wasn't on, but I don't know if you caught it. Pete was saying that, you know, back in the day, Vince took these guys from other, you know, territories and made the big, you know, company and all that shit.
Yeah.
That's how he got the best of the best. Ted DiBiase, Mr. Perfect, you know, Hulk Hogan, Roddy Piper, Jerry King Lawler,
Macho
Jake the
Man,
Snake,
yeah.
Macho Man. They got him from all these other companies. Guess what? That formula never died. That's the only constant in the WWE, WWF, WWF. That formula has never died. You guys say Ricochet's one of the best out there in the independent circuit. He's in WWE. Kevin Owens, Sami Zayn, fucking Seth Rollins. Everybody was saying in ROH he was fucking pretty good. You know, when was Tyler Black? Was he Tyler Black?
Tyler Black.
You know, and yeah. You know, they had CM Punk back in the day. Like they got their talents from other companies. It's just they only push the homegrowns. You know? And the thing is, they get the best of the best, or they get the best they can get. And you notice they don't let go of them.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like they let go of Keith Lee, I think, because he was sick, and they was like, you know what, I don't think this guy's gonna wrestle any much longer. Whatever the case may be, let's just get rid of him. It's not working, whatever. But they ain't get rid of Kevin Owens or Sami Zayn. Two people that they don't really do much with, but they always have something going on.
Mm-hmm.
They kept them motherfuckers. You know what I'm saying? They know who to keep and who not to keep.
Yeah.
The problem with the WWF is, or the WWE at this point, is they have the best of the best, but they only have enough energy to go after one person. And that was the one thing about wrestling that we never liked. You know, like AEW put on a show from start to finish. Yo, Double or Nothing was like 6 hours, and we had 6 hours of wrestling, and each match felt like it was important. There was no throwaway match. There was no throwaway match whatsoever. The fucking Owen Hart tournament match between Samoa Joe and Adam Cole fucking felt like that shit was like they really wanted to be Owen Hart fucking, you know, King of the Ring tournament winner. You know what I'm saying? Like that Anarchy match, yeah, it was wild. If there's one thing I have to say AEW needs to step up is their production. There was a lot of shit that they did that the camera was just moving wherever the fuck it wanted. We missed a lot of cool shit because of the camera angles. But that, you know, but that's it. Darby Allin and Kyle O'Reilly was, yo, that felt like a throwaway match. That felt like a fucking real match to me. To be honest with you, yo, that was one of those filler matches that were like, yo, that shit could have potentially stole the show. Especially with that knee in the beginning where Darby Allin just ran right into this motherfucking knee. That match was pretty good. And yo, not for nothing, Kyle O'Reilly is showing why the WWE fucked up by letting him go. He's really showing his talent in AEW. Not to say that he didn't show his talent in NXT, but it was more of NXT wanted a character and not the wrestler, and AEW's like, show the wrestler. Show the wrestler, fuck the character. Yep. Yeah, you know? And I think that's just dope. But the WWE has so much talent. We just named them like so much talent they could have did something with. But instead, we get the New Day versus the Usos, the Street Profits versus the Usos, Randy Orton versus whoever the fuck is hot at that moment. We don't get nothing else. We have Ezekiel and Kevin Owens wrestling. And their storyline is, you're not Ezekiel. At this point in time, back in the day, they would have had something serious. You know, Ezekiel wouldn't have still been trying to prove that he's not Elias. At this point, he would have been like, "Yo, bro, you fucking disrespected me. Now I gotta fuck you up." It would have been deeper than rap. Like, you're still doing the same shit. Lacey Evans would have at least had 2 matches already. Alexa Bliss walked in on Raw and had 2 matches and beat the tag team that they just formed. Alexa Bliss just beat a tag team that they just formed. Ain't that some shit?
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, bro. Like, we're not stupid. Like, I want more effort in your shit. But all right, let's get to Harris's question. He's like, maybe MJF already got paid, but he still decided to do the pipe bomb anyway. That was what we were saying. It could be like a work shoot where, it's like, they're like, yo, let's take advantage of it. Controversy makes dollars. All you're seeing right now is MJF saying you're a fucking mark all over social media. If that's not bringing eyes to AEW, I don't know what is. You get all those guys. You get all those guys that want old school attitude era wrestling, and they're like, "Yo, WWE sucks." They turn bullshit on me, and then you get a whiff of that. You go, "Who the fuck is this? They can curse now and all that shit. This shit look raw." Yo, they're going to tune in.
Yeah, absolutely. I couldn't agree more. Certainly. It bugged me out because that's all I've seen, and everything that's wrestling that I follow. MJF. I was like, it's pretty good matches on that night too. But okay, I get it. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But it seemed like a solid work shoot. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You had the good camera angles cutting to him. I was like, come on, man. That would have been like an actual. It would have been one camera on him. That's it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. No, yeah, seriously. But, not for nothing, I think the best line he did was, I come in here and I make you feel, and I don't have to do half the shit that these fucking guys are doing. That was I think that one was from his soul. Like, if he planned on saying that shit, he didn't tell nobody. Like, I felt that was the realest shit he could have said. Because it's true.
Mm-hmm.
He comes out here and he makes people feel, whether they hate him, they love him, he shocks them, whatever, and he doesn't have to do all that shit that other people are doing. Like Dante Martin, he doesn't have to fucking do a triple backflip Lindy handstand elbow drop on somebody for them to go, oh, I hear you. Nah, man, let's watch Cody versus Seth for the 23rd time. I'm serious. They're gonna do it. They're gonna find out. Seth Rollins is gonna win at Hell in a Cell, and I'm pretty sure that fucking Cody Rhodes, you can't beat me. I need my receipt. What's your opinion on how much, Tim? What?
What?
Yeah, I don't understand that one, Cap. But all right, so Walter. Oh, okay. All right, hold on. Laying Toe, what's up? They say Bray Wyatt is getting ready to come back, but the question is, where is he going? Is he going back to WWE where they fired him, or AEW to get a fresh start? I was watching another show where they were talking about this, and I heard that AEW doesn't really do the supernatural shit. Like, Tony Khan doesn't like to do that. So if he comes back, he can't be the Fiend. He can't do all that shit that he wanted to do. Unless they give him some special treatment, but like, would you want to see him in AEW as the Fiend or as a character like that?
I mean, if they're gonna do it justice, yeah. Otherwise, no. This is how we know him. You know what I mean? It's like this is the character we know. Anything else is gonna throw it off. So he ain't gonna be Husky Harrison again.
Yeah, for real.
That's for fucking sure.
You don't want to see him be there just to be there.
Yeah, absolutely. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I mean, if he comes back to WWE, you do know that they're gonna give him amazing. He's gonna start in the top fucking. I wouldn't say he'll go with a Roman, even though he got that shit, but he could probably come back and go after Rollins in the Hell in a Cell. That'd be one way.
I would not want to see that shit again.
Stop the fucking Cody Rhodes Rollins feud.
I mean, I would appreciate that, but I don't want to see him and Rollins again, please.
You don't want to see Seth Rollins get disqualified in the Hell in a Cell?
Oh my fucking god!
With a wooden mallet?
Jesus Christ!
My man got
like Bray Wyatt. If what you said is true, which I kind of can see that, then Bray Wyatt is definitely gonna have to go back to WWE because he'll cater to his needs.
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's the one thing. It's like TNA, he'll get all the shit he wants, but no viewers. WWE, he'll get most of the shit he wants, but probably not be as serious. And AEW, he'll probably get none of the shit he wants, but taking the most serious.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. So we got the edited version of the comment. What are your opinions on how much time they would give CM Punk, even though he's missing a step clearly versus MJF?
Well, Punk is a bigger attraction right now. Like this, that's a nostalgic thing that everybody wants. I mean, look, when he came back, that was one of the biggest viewerships ever. Just him coming back at the end of the night and sitting in the middle of the ring. You know what I mean? And now he's a world champ, so you can't justify not giving the world champ the thing, especially when he's really interesting and hot right now. It's not like Hangman Page, which nothing against him, but there's different levels to this.
Yeah.
People miss CM Punk and then they miss him being a champion. Different levels. And he didn't touch the belt for almost a year pretty much. And he wasn't even part of that scene. You know what I mean? So, but now MJF, I guess with this, like what Pro was saying, it could be moved into a program where he takes the belt off Punk, but not right away, clearly. You know what I mean? Somewhere down the line, he can definitely do that. It's funny. I remember I saw another site that was talking about 5 hours of wrestling or 6 hours. That's too much. Meanwhile, when WWE gives you 6 matches, you complain about that.
Yeah.
Yo, pick one. Pick one, bro. Pick an evil. Pick one. It's either going to get a whole lot of wrestling or not enough. Which one would you prefer? Because now you're just sounding like annoying bitches right now. Just throwing it out there. Who?
W. Morrissey is a free agent. I don't know who that is.
Honestly, no. But yeah, you know what I mean?
Oh, Big Cass.
Oh, okay.
Big Cass.
Well,
yeah, we know
might do the Johnny Elite thing and have him come in and out.
Yeah.
But they do have a serious lack of big men. They have some strong guys.
They do, yeah.
But not big men, you know what I'm saying?
They do, yeah. What's going on, Bryce? I just don't want MJF to go to WWE. They would ruin him. I hope he stays in AEW. He really got something special going there. He does.
It makes sense because it's essentially his company, you know what I mean? It's like he's not sharing it with people. Like when MJF gets on, you pay attention, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
It's easily, you just like, yo, MJF is about to cut a promo, you go, hold up. You got to say something interesting. And somehow, through all that was going on in AEW, he had the most interesting program with Warlow.
Yeah.
Literally.
MJF is the guy that has the most interesting promos. Let's do this. I know earlier Pro said that we got to stop the comparisons between The Miz and MJF. But we can start comparing MJF to Jericho. Just because the same as Jericho, MJF has had the most interesting the most interesting programs with whoever he's wrestling.
Well, besides what just happened a minute ago, whatever this thing was, whatever that thing was where he was talking, but Jericho, I was like, but maybe we shouldn't do that again. I appreciate the match, not the promo.
Oh, they're doing no. I hear you, but also it's like that was more promoted than CM Punk and Hangman. Jericho always finds himself
because Jericho's one of the founding members.
Yeah, no, that's true.
That. Yo,
yeah.
It's people, it's
Yeah.
priorities, son, being
Nah,
taken here.
He's making the Backstreet Boys Millennium album. That's the name of their group, the Millennium Album Backstreet Boys. He's taking them to the moon, baby. He's
Actually, when Garcia wrestled last night, he was looking more like the Blackpool Club than he was looking like Jericho Appreciation.
He was. Even William Regal was on some, you made a good pick with this kid.
But remember, Daniel Bryan said it, Brian Daniel said it before. He goes, guys like Wheeler, Garcia, Moriarty, those are the kind of guys we're trying to get in here to, to toughen them up. And I'm like, look at Wheeler. I'm going to go back to Wheeler, bro. You said it before. You was talking about, I don't see where they're going with this. All of a sudden, Wheeler he's in a tournament in New Japan on his own, and he's a pure champion. That didn't happen by accident. He had the thing. He had the match that he had with Moxley, bled like a stuffed pig, but yet the respect is there. Then you said he changed his tights finally because he was looking stupid, and all of a sudden it's a whole brand new man. It's a brand spanking new individual in that ring. You know what I mean? And the same can happen in Garcia. He just has to find that lane. And he showed a little personality last night. I mean, he showed a little bit, and I was like, okay, I like that. I see it's there, but it needs to be pulled out of him. And Jericho's not going to do it. With all due respect, Jericho's amazing. But with the way Garcia wrestles is going to have to be like a Regal, a Bryan, or a Moxley, or maybe even an Eddie, or somebody, or a Kingston, somebody like that. The style doesn't fit the Jericho way. Yeah,
I think Jericho could pull it out of him. They just have to be opponents.
Yeah.
I think if Jericho was to be on the other end of the ring with Daniel Garcia, the promos and the way they would build that matchup, I think would pull out some kind of personality with Daniel Garcia. Because I see it also. I've seen him when he fought Bryan Danielson, when he fought Eddie Kingston and all these other fucking guys with 2.0. I was like, Daniel Garcia got something here. He got something here. He is if they took Butch serious, pretty much. Like if Butch wasn't didn't look like a 1920s kid being fucking hauled around by a giant. You know what I'm saying?
Pete Dunne.
Well, no, Pete Dunne was taken serious, but Butch isn't. Yeah. The character Butch isn't taken serious at all. But I think blooded Daniel Garcia can go somewhere. They just
absolutely.
The problem is right now that I think everybody's trying to be a character. Like Scorpio Sky, I'm seeing a fake Rock in him.
Yeah. I don't understand how that's going over. I don't get that. You know what I'm saying? To answer, I think it was
Jeff.
I forget who it was. Somebody, I can't see it.
Jericho versus Ortiz.
I mean, it would be hilarious for Jericho to lose it because he does have a bald spot. It happened. He needs to go back to that haircut that when he was the asshole Jericho with the suit.
Yeah.
When there was one of his best runs when he had the whole feud with Shawn Michaels. One of the best runs of his career.
Oh yeah.
Absolutely. I love that. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, realistically, should be a Ortiz, but I'm hoping Jericho.
Yeah, I am too. Not for nothing. I think Ortiz is a sleeper also.
Huh?
I think Ortiz is a sleeper also. I think Ortiz versus Daniel Garcia would be an amazing match.
Agreed. Yeah. I can't fight that at all. You know what I'm saying? That tag team I don't understand. The tag team that's with Jericho.
The 2.0? The Nasty Boys?
I don't know who the hell they are. So all right, whatever.
I call them the Nasty Boys because they were 2.0. Did you guys catch the fuck up on yesterday?
Oh, yeah,
The hair versus hair match they said was July 15th, which is supposed to be June 15th in 2 weeks. And then the Blood and Guts is the week after. Mm-hmm. And I'm like, why does it say July? It's like, they literally said that this match is going to be in July, but it's going to be before June. What? They really, they really got to get their shit together. By the way, Anthony agreed with me over here with I'm watching old Chris Jericho promos. He said everybody in the locker room had Stephanie McMahon. I remember, though. You have to give credit for Stephanie because she put up with a lot of shit. She allowed so many people to question her fucking a woman. Like, yo, they called her a whore and every other name in between that and a fucking cunt. You know what I'm saying? Like, she got abused. He goes, I agree. I agree with you about MJF Chris Jericho comparison. Right now, he's doing the shock value shit. You know, MJF. I want to see how he does when there's a if he goes to WWE, I want to see how he does with a script and with the not the ability to curse.
But a lot of his promos, he doesn't curse.
It's
90% of his promos, he don't curse. It's just rare. It's rarely that he does. His promos are good either way. You know what I'm saying?
But the script is the big deal because a lot of his promos.
The script I completely get, but if it's just him,
they let him talk.
Scripted, of course, you're going to be limited because you'll get suffering succotash thrown into somewhere.
What a good point. Late Jericho might see something in Garcia and he want to help him find his identity. I like 2.0. That guy can cut a promo. Remind me of the Nasty Boys. Yeah.
I have no idea who you guys are. I haven't heard him say anything, nor do I care to. Be real with you. That whole group throws me off. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like I see them and I go, "You're lucky Jericho's here." Before I change the channel.
When they wrestle, I don't see a problem with them together. But when they're standing there and saying things, I see a problem.
Yeah.
You know, it doesn't like that whole "cause I'm a wizard" shit. I honestly feel like he has a bet with someone and he has to say it. He lost a bet and he has to say he's a wizard every week.
I agree with that one. That's the only thing that makes sense to me. Because Jericho's way better than being a wizard.
Yeah, because you just made the list. Went over. Him clicking a pen went over. You can't get I'm a wizard to get over. I think Ortiz with a new haircut can make him snap into a different character. Toe and Lay, just my words, it can make him seem more different.
Possibly.
I mean, it could. I can see it. Like he has a good head of hair. So you cut that shit off, it'll still look good. I think us Spanish men can pull off different styles of hair. I don't think Jericho would look good with a baldy, but maybe Ortiz could look good with a baldy. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I would honestly, if we're gonna talk about Ortiz getting a different character, I think Ortiz and Santana are the biggest waste of talent that the AEW has. And it's starting to also become the Jungle Express is also there because Jungle Express seem like belt holders showing off the new tag teams. Yeah, they're winning, but they're not really doing anything. The Young Bucks had more of a match with the Hardy Boys, where the Hardy Boys look like old men. They look like if the Briscoes was wrestling the Young Bucks. And I'm not talking about the Briscoe brothers. I'm talking about Pat Patterson, Gerald and his brother Briscoe. You know what I'm saying? The auto body Briscoe brothers, the original motherfuckers, the Stooges. Like those motherfuckers.
I agree. Yeah. I don't know, man. It's just I don't know. Like I expect better from Jericho. You know what I mean?
Word.
I just don't like the faction. I don't like the name. I'm giving it time. I'm trying to, but I ain't getting nothing out of it so far. So, but I could just be. It's just my opinion.
That's the Stadium Stampede thing when they put the safety cone over his head. I don't know where that was from. But yo, 2.0 was in NXT. No wonder they got rid of him. Sup, Toe and Lay, how you feel about Rosa mad she was not on the show, but Britt Baker was, and also Jade Cargill. Thunder Rosa was mad that she wasn't on the show. I mean, I would be mad too if I'm the women's champion.
Yeah. And I told Kenny this, and I don't understand why Britt Baker had to win the Owen Hart thing. Should have, and it's funny because they have made a passing comment about Ruby not winning matches. You could have gave her that big win right there.
Yeah, it wouldn't have hurt.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Instead, you give it to somebody that doesn't need it.
Yeah,
it's crazy. Britt Baker can take like 5 losses in a row and she'll be at it. Even during pay-per-views on some, she'll be fine.
You know what the crazy shit is? Back in the day, or in the WWE, back in the day, the babyface was the champion, and the heels was always on his ass. And the heels always made it seem like they can beat him, and then the babyface had to find a way to beat him. But in WCW, the bad guys was always the champion. The heels was always the champion. Ric Flair, Vader, they were always the champion. And when a face won it, it wasn't champion for long.
Mm-hmm.
So I think AEW is trying to do that shit where it's like, we got to make the heels the champion because people like the heels more. So if Britt Baker wins this tournament, she could flaunt the Owen Hart title and throw it in people's faces, and we get more relevancy of her being champion than Ruby Riott, because Ruby Riott coming out the first time with that title, all right, but she keeps coming out with that title. It's like, what are you doing with it? This is supposed to be a trophy. But Britt Baker coming out is like, she's like, I'm better than y'all motherfuckers still. I got the title. Like, same thing with Adam Cole. I think they're able to do more with this tool than the other guys would, even though Samoa Joe could do anything. But I honestly think it's because they wore pink. We already knew they were winning. You know, when they went out there looking like Owen Hart, I figured they were winning.
There's a good chance you got that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a very good chance you got that shit.
Well, clearly Pro's a fan of 2.0.
Yeah. You know what it is? I just think that the way they're talking, like their style of character is just not connecting with us. You know, what we got here is Chris Jericho. Appreciate him. You know, his accent, all the other shit's like, you guys think you're cool, but we're looking at you like you're fucking lame. And that's overshadowing the wrestling because we don't really see them wrestle often.
True.
You know, so we're going off of what we see the majority of the time. And if you can't catch us with your character and you ain't wrestling, you ain't catching us.
Yep.
Like, you know, like what Cap said a while ago, you either catch us with your promos or your wrestling. Well, your promos ain't working. So where's the wrestling at? Oh, it ain't coming? All right, well, get him out of here.
Yep.
Ricochet versus Ortiz would be awesome.
I agree. That would be a fun match to watch.
Yeah. Apparently, LaFlaca has been putting her food up on her stories, and Pimp has had enough. We're going to have Pimp cut a promo in the chat on LaFlaca with her food. Behind the Elite. No, I have not watched Behind the Elite. Have you watched Behind the Elite, Lay?
No. I started it when it first started, but I kind of just fell off it.
Yeah, I barely have. Like, I watch YouTube, but the thing is, when I watch YouTube, I watch to either learn shit or to study how people conduct things. You know what I'm saying? So either I'm learning about building new computers or, you know, shit with cars, or I'm watching people host shit and trying to get little, you know, pointers here and there to keep shit entertaining. You know what I'm saying? I watched the interview they had with Cody Rhodes that was like 2 hours long. It was him, Omega, the Young Bucks, and Adam Cole all in a hotel room, and they were all talking, I believe. That was years ago. That was before AEW started, like right around them announcing AEW. Oh, they're a constant in the Behind the Elite. Okay, so the characters on the show that we don't get to watch. Hey man, but you know what? I mean, you gotta make your mark somewhere. Like, Lay's still trying to figure out a way to watch Main Event.
I still don't know how.
Yeah, it's like you got to win a special program. You got to win an award to watch Main Event. It's a raffle.
I feel like if I watch enough Raw, I'm gonna unlock Main Event.
Yeah.
My TV will go, you've earned it because you sat through enough of that bullshit.
Bing! And now here goes some more bullshit.
There you go.
Ricochet versus Cedric Alexander every fucking week.
I'll give it a shot, bro.
Word.
Yeah.
Definitely give it a shot. All right, what else happened in what was your match of the night for Double or Nothing?
I wouldn't say Warlord, but that was nothing.
Yeah, that was just power bombs.
It was literally. I prefer the ladies match.
Okay. Which one? The Thunder Rosa and Serena Deep?
The world title match.
All right,
The
so
ladies
Thunder
did
Rosa.
exactly what I thought they were doing, then some. So I appreciated the fact that they got their time, and they did their thing. So I'm a huge Thunder Rosa fan anyway. So I appreciate it. Serena D did her thing. So it was definitely the shitty build did not do justice to the match.
Word. I love the way it started.
Mm-hmm.
It started very technical, and it was like, yo, these two are wrestlers right now. They're not the best women wrestlers, they're wrestlers.
Mm-hmm.
But the one thing I did notice, and maybe this is, why the women don't get so long of a match, is because their muscle endurance wasn't up to par. Like, towards the end, that power bomb looked a little scary. There was a couple of stuff
you
that
you don't get to wrestle that often. How can you condition you to go through it? You know what I'm saying? Now, if all you're doing is promos and barely any wrestling, how are you going to condition yourself to be used to going anything more than 5 minutes?
I mean, they were wrestling more than 5 minutes. Right? It's just that their muscle conditioning. Being able to lift after 20 minutes is still,
exactly. Well, you don't wrestle every other day 20 minutes. When you're wrestling 5, your capacity is it's like lifting. If you go lift for a whole month and you only lift 20 minutes, right? Then all of a sudden, the next month you decide, I'm gonna do an hour. That shit ain't gonna work for you. So your muscle's gonna go, whoa, what the fuck are you doing, bro? We don't do this. This is not how we operate. You've been doing 20 minutes. How did you feel bold and go an hour all of a sudden? Got to build up to it.
First off, Big Food, you didn't tell me when your birthday was. Second off, happy birthday. And third off, get the fuck out of here.
Happy birthday, I guess.
Yeah, happy birthday. Happy birthday, Big Food, you asshole. Coming in here, doing my show, talking all this shit. And like, I won't find you and put you in the fucking trunk of a car and throw you off a mountain. What's going on, Big Fool? How you doing, player?
Well,
happy birthday, bro.
There's any more birthdays after that.
Word. You stay on until show comes on, and I'm gonna have show get naked for you and sing happy birthday. That's what happens when you turn 21 on the fucking Knucklehead Network. Happy fucking birthday, Big Food. Everybody in the chat, give a happy birthday to Big Food, and then tell him to shut the fuck up when we're talking here. We're talking about wrestling. This isn't a birthday podcast, asshole. Nah, man, but enjoy that shit. Don't get too drunk. You're still a young man. You can still make mistakes, bro. But shit, yeah, man. But I think, in all honesty, I know we said this during the preview show that they should stop doing this shit. But for me, match of the night was the fucking House of Black and the Death Triangle.
Oh, yeah, that was a good one. Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, oh shit, there's something about that, like the way they went on that match. And my brother was saying to me during the match at the end, if anybody has a move that can take all 3 of these guys out, it's Aleister Black with that black mass. And then right after he said that, he black masked everybody. I'm like, it's for some reason, it's just something about the 6 of them that make their art just fucking beautiful.
Great.
You watch it as a painting sometimes, and you see a masterpiece.
Now get a fucking trios title out there so she can matter.
Word. And I don't know why they need to wait for Omega. I honestly think Omega coming back when there's already a champion would be a why would he come back during the tournament?
Mm-hmm. And they definitely have enough teams for a tournament, unlike another company. You know what I'm saying? Throw it out there.
Word.
Throwing it out there.
Yeah.
They got more than 2 teams.
Ain't that some shit? Ain't that some shit?
But that's when you sign up so many people, you don't have enough to do shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
And by the way, have Keith Lee and Miro happen somewhere. Stop fucking around, Tony Khan, and make that shit happen. I don't care if it's a random match. Make that shit happen.
That looks good.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see Miro and Samoa Joe go at it.
Yeah, make it happen, son. You can do a 3-way dance. I don't give a shit for the ROH title. I don't give it. Just make it happen.
Word. Stop fucking around, assholes.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you can randomly just. There's always random challenges for it. At one point, Miro's challenges and then Keith Lee comes out and goes, you know what? I want to shout a title too, and Joe will go. Let's do it now. Both of y'all, right now.
Word.
You know what I'm saying? The big fellas do their thing. I'm saying it would be fun.
Word.
We all know this.
Yo, speaking of the Keith Lee, that triple threat tag team match was good, but it went without its fuck ups. Like there were some parts in there would look a little sloppy.
Yeah.
But there was some parts in there like, yo, this shit is dope. But I'm on some. I think Swerve and Keith Lee, if they would have won the tag team titles, I wouldn't have been mad. But then watching Swerve do that shit on Dynamite, I'm like, I don't know. I'm kind of losing it. Kind of losing this. This whole I'm cool shit, and I don't know who the fuck these people are, but now I got a jacket. It's like, I don't know, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know, bro. Who are you supposed to be here? Like, what are you? Are you a rapper that's are you one of the Migos? Because I don't like these people. And if you're going to be one of them, I'm not going to like you either. I'm just straight out. Like, I listen to old school.
That was definitely weird. I was like, I don't understand how that relates to your character.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a tag team, and Keith Lee's just sitting there. Keith Lee's the only guy that looks like a fucking wrestler, but looks like a man in that situation. You had a dude with a 4X Eminem jacket. I don't even know if it was Eminem. I just know it was colorful, with tight-ass pants on, and he was somebody. And another guy that had some other shit, and an old white dude with slick back hair. Look, I made this navy blue jacket with a sewed-on eagle in the back for you, one of a kind. Motherfucker, I can do that shit at home. What? Get out of here. Get off of my TV, please. Go the fuck back to the whatever the fuck that shit is that people get dressed up for. Go to that fashion show. Get the fuck out of here. Don't do this in wrestling. Don't do this in wrestling, especially if you're supposed to be fucking faces. If you was a heel and we knew you was a heel, if Rick Starks did this shit, no problem. I don't know who you are right now. You're pissing me the fuck off.
Yeah, I didn't. It felt strange. I was like, what? All right.
Oh, the director of the Black Panther being there. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, cool.
Bro, I didn't know he was the director of the Black Panther. And I don't give a shit if he's the director of the Black Panther. To be honest, what does that have to do with wrestling? What does that have to do with Rick Swole? Rick Swole was not in the movie. He wasn't in any of the fucking movies. What? You know him? Good shit. I got a picture of Hogan. You don't see me fucking running around cutting promos that Hogan's my best fucking friend. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on.
Yeah,
okay? Yeah, big whoop. Big fucking whoop.
Yeah. It was weird. I was like, okay. These I recognize some people and everybody else. I was like, all right, whatever. I guess you want to burn some time for the next match. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that was pointless. And it's
sometimes, there's certain promos that you can honestly tell, like, you want to segue to the match, but you just don't want to do it like with dead air.
Yeah.
You want to do something that seems important. That shit moved along nothing.
At all.
By the way, side note, that MJF promo for anybody there, look, and I'm going to do this because I want to piss people off. That shit set up nothing.
Yeah.
MJF just went off for whatever he did. Somebody tell me what that set up. In the grand scheme of things, what did it set up? Nothing.
It only
people are hyped because all the stories that he was talking about forth and the fact that he got out the fans, but there was no storyline that folded. Unless they do original AEW guys versus XWE guys or some shit like that. Fine. Or he becomes this like anti-hero kind of thing with it. But what happened during those 7 minutes or so? Nothing of progressing the storyline. This shit was like a Seth Rollins promo.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about, bro. I hear what you're saying, but that's not what I'm talking about. It was great TV. I get it. But that moved nothing along.
Yeah, unless they're gonna try to make Tony Khan a character like they did Vince McMahon, but Tony Khan's not Vince McMahon.
I don't want Tony Khan to be a character.
No,
he can't be a character. He's barely, he is a mark. Let's be real.
Yeah,
he's a mark, but he's a mark with a lot of money. You know what I'm saying? In some direction when he wants it. But at the end of the day, that set up nothing. And if anybody can honestly tell me what that set up, I'm all ears. Besides great wrestling TV, which it was. I enjoyed the shit out of that promo. Make no mistake about it.
Yeah.
Every time somebody goes batshit, but they do it in a coherent manner, not on some Scott Steiner's Psycho Sid shit, I'm with it.
All right, Pro, I understand, Pro. Let's see how it plays out, because maybe we can get a response from Tony Khan. But what happened when they cut the TV off and went to commercial, and that was something that we would like to see on TV if they was going to bring a storyline, because there's a video out. CM Punk came out. I sent the video to the chat. I don't know if you saw it. He walked out. He walked out with no shoes on, his kick pads up halfway like he was taking them off, like limping on some, well, then let's do this shit. And MJF just walked out through the crowd.
Yeah, but we've seen that program already.
Yeah.
It has to be somebody else at this point. We've seen that program. And yes, Pro, I know it happened yesterday, but make no mistake about it. You've seen promos and you go, what did that do?
Yeah.
Nothing. And it's just because I'm the guy saying it right now. Everybody's talking about it, and it was great. But what? See, this. I want to know what's this. Just saying. Everybody can be the devil's advocate. I can do it one day.
No, it's true. It's true. And not for nothing, it was a good promo, and I get it. But if they can be devil's advocate, so can I.
Absolutely.
Y'all overhyped that promo. Like Watch it again. Watch it again. And Lay can disagree with me the entire time.
Mm-hmm.
But you watch that shit again, and it was a guy screaming. And maybe this is him coming out, him coming out and not knowing what to say, and he just, your son of a bitch this, your son of a bitch that, and then getting his words and saying shit. But the way he spoke, it kind of felt like this was a work. It didn't feel authentic 100% of the time, as opposed to the Miz when he was on talking smack to Daniel Bryan. That actually felt like he hated Daniel Bryan, and he was like, I'm gonna get this shit off my fucking chest, and I don't care if I'm gonna be fired. Now, what the Miz said wasn't as impactful as MJF, because MJF was basically, you're a fucking mark. You're treating these WWE guys. MJF spoke at something more important than just the Miz defending himself. I get it. But the delivery for the Miz seemed more genuine. But MJF, there was sometimes I'm looking at him like, I don't know, this shit seems like this was planned out. This shit seemed like if Tony Khan said, well, you know something, if you're a little aggressive, if you're feeling some type of way, go out there and say it. I think it'll make good TV. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like, it wasn't something that the people in the broadcast booth were like, oh shit, what the fuck? Like you said, all those camera angles, like they knew shit was happening. When the Miz did it, it was like, zoom in on the Miz. Don't even show no one else. We got magic here. When MJF did it, it's like, all right, we know what's happening. I go to camera 2, go to camera 5, do this, get his face, go this guy, stand up by the thing. He's about to yell at you. It was some stuff that was planned out. It was a mediocre pipe bomb. Yeah, you know why? Because CM Punk sat down in one spot and spoke. He wasn't really screaming. I was asking my brothers, like, how do you think this would have went off if MJF was just speaking? Instead of screaming, just speaking. Like, just sitting there like if you go out in the back and you do your research and you see who's the second most minute-for-minute draw in this company, you'll find out it's me. But I'm not getting paid as much as I am as the ex-WWE guys. The little toys out there. Would you treat me better if I was an ex-WWE guy? Like a serious tone instead of just yelling? Because a lot of the people would be like, yo, the way you cut a promo is yelling. Hulk Hogan did yell in all of his promos. But Hulk Hogan never dropped a pipe bomb. And he barely any shit. Another one that barely said anything that really mattered. Yeah. And if you think about it, the only time he ever cut kayfabe, he spoke and he goes, "This is why your company's in the shithole the way it is," and dropped
Absolutely
the mic.
correct. Yep. And
He didn't
another
yell
thing,
at that one.
one thing I want to say: this GOAT status. Everybody throws the GOAT thing around, right?
Yeah.
Now, is it a memorable promo in pro wrestling history? It's going all the way in the annals of it. No one's gonna let this thing go. You know what I'm saying? And no one's gonna let us forget that it happened. You know what I mean? And make no mistake. See, this is a problem, everybody. Everybody forgets that I'm an MJF fan. I like MJF. I'm a fan of his. Everybody goes, "Oh, he's just a watered down version of Miz." He's not even a better version. He's better than Miz, period. In my eyes. In his brain and in his heart, he's better. But that GOAT shit gets thrown around way too easily.
Yeah.
Dude in basketball has a 40-point game, GOAT status. My man. Dudes have pulled out 100 points in a game. 70 points. Let's pull back the GOAT status. Pull it back a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Let's get, like, it's funny as you said the same thing with the progression of what I was saying about that promo. Would it progress? Let's give it a little more time.
Yeah.
We've seen some guys start off hot and then just
you know what it is, because as much as we want to say MJF is good and how good he is with his character, throw him in the 80s. He fits right in there. He's not doing anything revolutionary. Roman Reigns is The Rock in 2022. He's just a cool motherfucker. But the thing is, he's still the leader of the Nation of Domination, aka the Bloodline.
He's the best heel ever. That's a bit much, man.
The best heel ever?
That's ballsy.
When you have Ric Flair, Roddy Piper, Ravishing Rick Rude, Mr. Perfect, Bobby the Brain Heenan, Paul Heyman, Raven, he's the best heel ever? Bro, I'm sorry. I don't think he can do it if Roddy Piper was in his face. Because the difference between him and Roddy Piper is he's going to drop, he's a rapper that has, bars that just,
No, stop. Now it makes sense.
Okay, in this modern era, yeah.
I can't blame that, yeah.
All right.
That's a very short list. So yeah. I can't even say no to that one.
But I don't know about the best. Because if we're going to look at shit, Roman Reigns, he's doing something.
I would say, if I'm talking about all of wrestling, I would definitely put Kenny Omega the Cleaner in that, because if you were to see it, you'd see the character and go, "That's a heel."
Yeah.
There's a lot of the people, but that list isn't long. Let's be real.
But let's also do this shit though. In the modern era, you have Samoa Joe, who's an amazing fucking heel.
Yeah. Oh, and then Finn as the leader of the Bullet Club.
Yeah. Finn Balor is amazing fucking heel.
Of the Bullet Club, for a bunch of Americans over there doing what they were doing, especially him, because a foreigner, because he was, you know what I mean. He's this whole, you started off as one of the boys in the dojo or whatever. All of a sudden, he's disrespectful and everything. That's a big change, man. Especially the place he's at.
Roman Reigns you saw the video with that fucking 3-year-old kid giving him a face.
The kid with
and during the match, he's me mugging.
You know why Roman Reigns is flipping off an 11-year-old? Because he's been in the biggest company since day one.
Yeah.
All puns intended. You know what I'm saying? They don't work that way. The attitude era, if Reigns would have been on some all day to that kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But I know,
and
in all fairness, I get it. MJF is a heel through and through. There's not a point where he's not a heel. Like that one dude that brought him the whole Wardlow thing, and he just slapped it out of his hand.
Yeah,
he said, "I'm not signing that shit. Get it away from me."
But here's the thing, though. Ric Flair didn't need to flip off no baby to be a heel.
No, but it was a different time and a different place. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's true. But remember, also at that time, people were starting riots. They wanted to kill Sergeant Slaughter when he was heel. Remember that?
Oh yeah, I remember.
He had to be escorted out of the building with security. You can really compare MJF to that? And I get it. People thought it was real back in the days and all the other shit. But not for nothing. When you spark that kind of emotion, it means something.
But you said in the whole thing that he makes people feel emotionally, like he really does it.
No,
so
yeah, he does. Yeah,
it's a sense of understanding the different media and emotional landscape we're in, where it's way too much knowledge, but enough that sometimes you can tell when somebody's doing something.
But here's the thing, though. Like Roman Reigns made us feel when he fought Jay Uso, in that Hell in a Cell. He didn't need to flip off no.
I give more credit to that to Jay.
No, yeah,
because Jay was
he
was the face. He was in the white and all that stuff. You can see it, but I get what you're saying.
Yeah, it's
like I said, the list is short, and I can definitely easily put MJF up there because it's short, and everybody flip flops now.
Yeah, and also it's like, remember, we see what we see on camera, and you're like, oh, he flipped off a kid. Mm-hmm. Yeah, all right, cool, but turn CM Punk heel, and then we want to hear what you have to say about MJF being the GOAT or being the best in this modern era. Because I remember when CM Punk was heel in the WWE, he was all right. You give him now the opportunity to do whatever the fuck he wants. He started doing that shit a little bit with Cowboy.
I think Punk had his best heel run with that whole program with The Undertaker. I was loving that with the urn and everything and Paul Bearer. I was like, dude, keep going. You haven't pushed it enough. That was my favorite. Punk as a heel. And when he told, it's a rap line and everybody use it, you're hot boxing with God. Your arms aren't long enough. I was like, see? You know what I'm saying? I feel you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I don't know, man. I give MJF, I want to see MJF, but I honestly think that it's too early to give anybody another level. He's still a young kid. He's 26 years old. He hasn't been wrestling, he hasn't been on TV for that long. And yeah, he's like, oh, look at what the stuff he did. Yeah, I get it. He did a lot of stuff. So is Jericho. Like, a lot of people did a lot of stuff. But through the evolution of him, can he maintain this character for as long as anybody could?
I'm thoroughly excited to see where he goes. So
like Ric Flair was timeless.
It didn't do anything.
It didn't
progress anything. So if anybody has a different opinion about that and you want to say something about it, please say it in the comment so I can destroy you. Like I remember my argument about Edge and other things. I don't come in here half-assed, man. I come here ready. You know what I'm saying?
It's true. And I'm not one to just give out the best.
True.
For any reason. You have to do more than a few things for me to give up. Like, you see me, how of high of a standard I give to fucking to Damian Priest.
Yeah.
So like the standard I give to these wrestlers because I see their potential. I'm not throwing out the best ever. Samoa Joe has earned my respect as a heel or as just a wrestler because in every company he was in, my man was the guy.
Oh yeah.
TNA, fucking Ring of Honor, WWE, NXT, now AEW. He's the guy. You see him. That's him.
I agree. It's funny, WWE, I felt he should have beat Brock that one time that they had the thing.
Yeah.
Because he looked the size and he wasn't afraid of Brock.
Not at all.
Told him, he goes like that. He goes, when he headbutted him, I said, let's go, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm not here to fear you, bro. We're gonna do this. You know what I mean? So no, I completely understand that, There's some people that just like Kurt Angle's an amazing heel, both as a cowardly heel, as an idiot. And 3 as just a fucking wrestling machine. Like when he's gonna go, you completely believe that he'll fucking catch wreck on anybody in that ring, no matter how big or small they are, because he's has done it.
Oh yeah,
he's Kurt Angle. It's what he does.
Yeah, that's another one. For MJF to get paid a shitload of money, yeah, I get it. He's one of your top draws. He's one of your guys.
He's literally your top heel. The moment he opened his mouth, he became your top heel. And your consistent top heel. Remember, he at no point was he part of the Pinnacle or anything like that. Like he was part of the Pinnacle, but he was never a face.
Yeah.
When he was with Cody, everybody thought he was a face. They assumed he was a face. He wasn't. If you know anything about MJF, you're like, he's not face. You're gonna turn on him real fast.
Yeah. And but Roman Reigns overhyped. I get it. But what makes Roman Reigns overhyped and legitimate overhype is Paul Heyman.
But another thing is people, Jericho saying, let him be him, and it will come off natural. When Reigns is doing this, that comes off like that's 100% how Reigns is. Just like Stone Cold, just like The Rock, you're just putting that part up to 11. And it feels like Reigns like, yo, listen, I run SmackDown, which he does, which he did. With all due respect, it was like, yo, you're watching SmackDown to watch the Roman J story. How did that pan out? And Bailey.
Yep.
And whatever Bailey was doing in Sasha. That's what you were watching. That's like before we were watching Britt Baker do whatever she was doing in a wheelchair, killing it. You know what I mean? So let's be real here. At one point, we were watching Pandemic WWE for Roman Reigns. I wasn't watching that shit for Drew McIntyre. I was watching that shit for the Bloodline, before the pre-Bloodline, and for the Hurt Business. 100%.
And Bailey
I could give a flying fuck about most other storylines because they were not interesting. You know what I'm saying? Oh, and NXT too, because it was still pretty good.
Remember when Paul Heyman cut that promo to Vince's
face?
Yeah.
Oh, I know. I remember that promo was fucking. He seemed hot as shit on the leather jacket. I felt bad for him.
Yeah.
But no, I get it. Yeah, it's funny. They're eerily similar, and clearly MJF studies from the best. I get it.
And there was also some hints of Ric Flair in that shit.
Yeah.
Fire me. I'm already fired. Fire me. You know that bullshit. I
remember that one. Yeah.
That was the promo that Show almost broke his fucking ribs on. He didn't have the fucking time to do it. But yeah.
He died. But yeah. No, you're not. I don't think you're understanding it. I love the promo. I love MJF. I'm just saying this, but I made it very simple. The fuck did it progress? Nothing. All it did was put MJF and for us to speak about it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Was it entertaining as fucking great? Yeah. Dude, I watched that shit twice, back to back, and I was like, okay, I see your points. And he never lied in any of it.
Yeah.
Every point he made was truthful. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? Like I've never turned off an MJF segment. I'm telling you the truth. I see him, I'll be honest with you. He's gonna say some shit or something's gonna happen. And look, he made Wardlow a legit star.
Yeah, he did.
Wardlow's a fucking, I mean, he always had a look and I like that guy, but now it's just like, you know what I'm saying? There's no denying that's all MJF's doing in booking, but that's mostly MJF. And you're right, they're both Jews from NY. It's a thing. Jewish from, and he's worse NY because he's Long Island NY.
Yeah, that was.
That's people say whatever you want. People now you're out there. That's some grimy ass shit out there, bro.
Yeah,
you talk shit about Brooklyn, Bronx, the Heights, or whatever, Harlem. Have you been in Long Island? Say.
Yeah, and they racist over it.
Yeah,
and where you go. I literally had women pull kids away from me, and I'm like, yo, I'm 20 feet away from me. I don't know what do you think I'm doing? I'm just gonna run up to your kid and steal him. That's not how us Spanish people work, bitch.
No, not at all. Not at all.
Like, fuck is wrong with you? Yeah, I've been followed by by almost looking motherfuckers, and they're looking at me like, bro, I'm just doing my job. I say, yo, I get it. You know how much this shirt costs at least? Like, help me out. Let's go shopping together. You know?
So you go grab a car for you. Make yourself useful at least.
Let's do this. Yeah. Is it like Hawaii? Nah.
Yeah, if Hawaii was a cesspool. Absolutely.
Yeah.
A racist cesspool.
Yeah. But so this is the thing. If next week they do something with that MJF promo, they will get his answer. As of right now, there has been nothing apparently pushed forward from that promo. You know, I know. Yeah. Now we get to see. Now we get to see if Tony Khan responds, or if he had like this would be awesome if you get somebody from the back. I don't know who off the top of my head, but someone goes to the back and goes, "Yo, MJF, stop bitching."
Yeah, just see him in the hallway or something. Stop bitching, bro.
Yeah, you know, like
I'm back here, not on TV. Look at you.
You know, yeah. Who can we do that with?
It could be, it's funny. It could be another original on some. You talking all this shit about XWE guys. Meanwhile, you're in the forefront and I'm here. Why don't you shut the fuck up? How about that?
Yeah. Do that shit with like a sunny kiss or something. You know, like motherfucker, you're on every pay-per-view in the main event status, and I'm wrestling on dark. Go fuck yourself. You know?
Yeah,
or he quits and goes to Ring of Honor, but that would be almost the same shit because Tony owns Ring of Honor.
Yeah, like somebody else. It's kind of ironic you talk about the attention given to those guys, but yeah, you're doing the same thing to us. Yeah. I don't see you coming back here pulling me from the back because you want to talk about being an original. I was here before you.
Or
that'd be a good one. You want a second
here? Yeah. But for a promo, it was one of those like, all right, yeah, everybody's talking about that shit. The next pipe bomb. I don't think it was a pipe bomb because we already knew it. The one thing about CM Punk with his pipe bomb, he said some shit that was like, behind the scenes where he's calling Paul Levesque and Stephanie making choices and all other shit. The WWE guys shit that was kind of dope. It like I was saying, a lot of the stuff he does for promos is just he name drops a lot of his promos, and that's why part of me is like, all right, the promo was all right, but it wasn't crazy shit. When he name dropped Triple H in the promo with CM Punk, I got it because the purpose was like he knew CM Punk hated Triple H. But when he kept name dropping people, when CM Punk name dropped The Miz, it was like, that's a little bit of a stretch. But also, as much as I like to hear you guys talk shit about WWE, this isn't a WWE show.
Sure.
You know what I'm saying?
Agreed.
Like you can get the same impact with with saying something different. But
I completely agree. Yeah, it was just like I said, if I had to compare it to that Seth Rollins one, yeah. Hey, it's funny, people legitimately like Seth Rollins one. I was like, really? But I said it before. When mediocrity is what you think is good, that's what happens. Shit like what he said is all of a sudden, oh my God. You're like, no, what the guy said on the other channel was good. Yeah. This shit was like, you're just regurgitating stuff that we already know. You didn't tell us something. You didn't tell us anything we didn't already know. And
you're saying it late.
Yeah.
If that was the first thing came out your mouth. Oh, okay. Yeah. Okay, Rollins. But this is the last thing come out your mouth. It's like, yo, bro, you had nothing else?
It's like, yo, you're telling me after you lost that first match, that couldn't be the first thing you said?
Yeah. It would have made sense. It would have made a lot more sense.
I'd have been like, yo, just start with the lead from right there. I'm like, okay. All right, Seth. No, you wait till you have another match. Like, God, please don't have another full match. And then you're like, all right, now I can say it. No, I should have probably started that earlier.
Yeah.
The same lead with that.
Yeah. The Miz tried to lead with it and his shit.
Yeah,
you see,
exactly.
Now, when the Miz did that shit with Cody Rhodes, that felt like if they said, say whatever you want except for this, and this. And the Miz was like, you chop my balls off.
I mean, we saw what the promo him and Edge had. I was like, what the is this?
Yeah.
I was like, first of all, can't stand the Miz. But I know when he's cutting a promo that is scripted because it's not is up to par to him. And then Edge, too. I don't like Edge either, but I'm like, Two of the guys I don't like the most, and now they give me more reason not to like them because they're writing for them. When these guys off the cuff are way better.
Yeah.
I'm saying, if I can recognize two of the people that I don't like, I think are burgers, but I know when you let them speak on their own, they're better. That's a problem. That's an issue. I'm telling you, you're not letting them be themselves. That's bad.
Yeah, that's real bad. But all right, yo, real quick, man, how do you feel about CM Punk being the new AEW champion?
I'm excited because I want to see a heel Punk. And right now we're getting this babyface thing. And then the fact that his first like major match is Tanahashi. When he came out, I was like, okay, I'm with this. Let's do this. And then it would logically make sense to have Punk be a heel versus Okada if they do that again. Another Forbidden Door and he's still champion.
Yeah.
Because Okada is like, if Randy Orton would have actually gave a shit, it would have been Okada.
Facts.
100%.
Facts.
You know like he's version Randy Orton we wish we got.
Yo,
you know what I mean?
I would give Okada one of the greatest wrestlers, in all time.
Legit, the guy can. If he has a bad match, his bad match is somebody else's greatest match. Put it like that.
Yeah.
It's kind of like that. There's that saying about like Jordan, like when he has a bad game, that's somebody's career highlight. You know what I'm saying? It's like, yeah, that's Okada. That's that guy.
Word. Yeah. Yo, my brother is gonna play devil advocate with this. When Tanahashi came out, instantly my brother was like, "Ooh, this is gonna be Goldberg versus Undertaker," because CM Punk visibly lost a step versus Hangman Page. You saw those fuck ups loud and clear. Even in the 6-man match on Dynamite, you saw the fuck up loud. Like when he jumped off the top rope and tried to springboard, that was bad. I was like, CM Punk looks like he lost a step, and Tanahashi, he wasn't looking that great against Sling Blade that last time we saw him.
Yeah,
so there's a potential for this.
40s though.
Yeah, but there's a potential for this to be Goldberg and Undertaker where somebody hurts somebody. But then again, these guys are more professional than Goldberg. I don't want to say than Undertaker, but more Goldberg.
And they're better wrestlers than Goldberg.
Yeah, so let's hope they adapt their style to what they can do. What's going on, Gigi?
What's up, you guys? Yay. Wait. Hold on. Oh, shit. Am I actually here before, like, show decides to fucking interrupt me?
Yep.
Oh, my God. We've made it.
That's right.
Made it. Oh.
That's right.
Yeah. That bastard better not show. Let him show up like 5 minutes later. I don't care. Not at the same goddamn time. What up, bro? Hi, you guys. Yeah, that springboard that CM Punk did, he shouldn't have done that. He's not a spring chicken anymore.
Right. All puns intended with that one. All of it. Spring chicken,
all of it.
With it.
All of it. All of it. That was a long pay-per-view or premium live, whatever you want to fucking call it now. What's up, Pimp Boy? That was a very long Double or Nothing. Like, I understand that it's their WrestleMania, but they don't need to make it as long as WrestleMania. I was tired. Yeah. I was tired. It was long. It was great. Great show. But man, it was long as shit. But shit, great pay-per-view, great follow-up. There's so much to cover.
Yeah,
there's so much.
We briefly spoke a little bit about it. I know you want to get into that promo with MJF, but real quick, what was your match of the night of Double or Nothing?
Shit. God, there was a lot. I want to see Anarchy for me was one hell of a match. It was a great start when Justin Roberts said, shit's about to hit the fan.
Yeah,
Welcome to Anarchy. That was one hell of a way to introduce it. I would want that to be the match of the night, but there was so much that was going on that it was hard to keep up.
Yeah.
I will say match of the night would, and I'm trying to go through all of them, and there was so many. I might have to just really honestly give it to the tag team. Jungle Express.
Swerving Our Glory and Rick and Team Taz.
There you go. Yeah, they were great. There was a lot. I'm gonna have to look at the match card because there was matches that I forgot that was even on the card. Punk and Hangman was a great match. It wasn't match of the night for me. It told just a great story. But I don't want to say that was the match of the night. I don't know if I can say match of the night. I'm actually looking at the card right now and see what the fuck did I miss.
Lay's match was Serena Deebs and Thunder Rosa.
God, that was so good.
Yeah, it was.
And I'm not gonna front. I love me some Thunder Rosa, but I was really hoping that Serena Deeb would win. But I understand why we are not there yet. I understand because we just got the title on Thunder Rosa, and the one difference between AEW and WWE is that they don't actually switch titles back and forth so many times. They're doing that with the TNT title, and I'm glad that it's sticking to Scorpio Sky right now, and not going back to Sammy Guevara.
Yeah,
but that was one good fucking match. That was that's a feud that should not be over with so quickly. I want that feud to continue. If we can continue Britt Baker and fucking Ruby Soho, we need to revisit this Thunder Rosa and Serena Deeb again.
Yeah, last week when you was over, I was telling Lay, I was like, I think Serena Deeb should win the title and then have Thunder Rosa earn another shot, and then have they go back and forth, and then they'll settle it in like a stipulation match, like a 2 out of 3 pinfall match, where it's like the first match is submission, the second match is whatever Thunder Rosa wants, like a death match, and then the third matches will be like a neutral match, and no one has an upper hands on. You know what I'm saying? Like I think these women can do
I think
they
like
should. That.
I think they should end it on like a death match. Have the first one as an exhibition match. Not like a death match, but like a hardcore match, pretty much. Like very similar.
What I said?
No, really?
You said Thunder Rosa wants a death match. Why? Because she's from Texas?
No, because she beat Britt Baker
she's
in
half
the fucking
dead.
Lights Out match. Yo, she's been having more fucking hardcore matches than I've ever seen.
She's half dead. Don't you see her face is half dead like Darby Allin?
Yeah, she's like the Darby Allin of the women's division.
Hello.
Can't teach you people culture at all. You throw it back in your face.
And what? A drop dead gorgeous woman can't have a death match, Lay? Is that what you're saying?
Yo, you said plenty. It's time for her to actually, Sunday she wrestled and it was beautiful.
Yeah, it was.
I'm just going.
Like I said, that was my favorite match of the night. So I love that.
Adam Cole and Samoa Joe was really good too. I'm just going through the whole thing. Mm-hmm. So let's start off. I know you guys already ran through this really quickly. But I'm here now, so and I haven't been here since last week because life.
Stay it with your chest, Gigi.
Yo,
we're
back. We're back, folks.
Word.
I will say this. For most of y'all that know, I went out to Puerto Rico, unfortunately, for a funeral, for my aunt's funeral. Titi Rosa, may you rest in peace. God bless you. She is not a drinker, but I am, and so is the rest of my family. Puerto Rico has this wonderful bottle of Jameson at Walgreens for $25. And in New York, this bottle goes for $35. So I'm already missing Puerto Rico for just the prices of my bottles at Walgreens. All right. That's one. Two, I do miss the fact that you know what I don't appreciate in Puerto Rico is that they have like this weird thing, like they at the bars that they do. So when you're pouring it, they don't over pour it. And it fucked me up because here I am, I'm trying to pour it. And I'm like, yeah, why is this? What the fuck is going on? And it was because I had like this stopper in the middle. And I was like, this is some bullshit. And I did try to take it out with a knife. I even tried to like push it down. It wasn't happening. So I just gave up. And I did almost finish that bottle within 4 days. But that's besides the point. Here's to us. And there we go. Nice little small sound effect. We're going to get into this card, y'all.
Word.
Mama's home. It's been a while.
The whole thing, too.
Yeah, real quick. Price wants to know, do you think Warlord is their Goldberg? I'm talking about AEW. I think they might have some.
I hope not.
Jade is.
Well, first of all, he looks like he's better right now all around because he's actually cut promos and I can stand it.
He is technically the startup of their Roman Reigns, to be quite honest with you.
You know, he kind of reminds me, honestly, if you throw it back far enough, he kind of reminds me of what Sean O'Haire should have been.
Yeah.
Big man that can move, you know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? And I would love to see him do the devil's advocate thing. That'd be good for him. Because he already had the suit going.
Right.
Whenever he turns heel, right? Like full heel, just him on his own, I think that would remember we said who can do that better? I would say Wardlow can pull that off.
Yeah.
Yeah. But as for right now, he's Wardlow. I'm gonna stop doing he's Wardlow.
He's Wardlow. Yeah.
You know, I don't think you're gonna find another Goldberg.
No. He's also healed at Liz's new prom date for the summer. There's a new power couple. If you didn't know, now you know. You heard it here first on the Wrestling with Knuckleheads podcast.
Adam Cole and Britt Baker, you got some competition. Be careful out there.
Word, facts.
That is literally a power couple.
We'll get into that in a second. But let's start off with like their kickoff pre-show that was on YouTube. Folks, wrestling is not really supposed to make sense. And in this case, it's really not supposed to make sense. We have Hook and Danhausen that went up against Tony Nese and Mark Sterling, the lawyer, okay, of professional wrestling, all right? Hook and Danhausen definitely defeated Tony Nese and Mark Sterling, and by far, that was the most funniest shit I have ever seen. That freeze frame of Danhausen just smiling awkwardly as Hook is doing his corner thing, like, and it's like, great. I found that to be hilarious. The best part is that I'm watching this with my cousin in Puerto Rico, and he's like, I don't get him. I don't get Danhausen. I don't get him. I was like, you're not supposed to. You're not supposed to get him. He's a character that you're not supposed to get. He's like that deleted Matt Hardy. Deleted Matt Hardy was not supposed to make sense, but it worked. And it works now. He's all about character. He doesn't care if he doesn't win or lose. He puts somebody over. But the thing is that he gets over at the same time, just being himself. Word. And that's what made it so good. And for him to end up getting the pin, because Hook was like, fuck it, get the pin. We won. Was great. Was great TV. Next power couple is Sasha Banks and No.
That's right.
Don't say that, Tim.
That's right.
Tim.
I was waiting for somebody to admit it, GG.
Look what you started.
I was waiting for somebody to admit it. Where's your show? Where you at, show? Where's my button? I am a real American.
Like I said, I don't I'm not sold on Hook and Danhausen. Honestly, I get his character more than I do Hook's. To be honest with you, I just like the fact that he's fucking weird. Sometimes I appreciate weird shit. Like it should make no sense. None of that should make sense. And like Gigi, so anybody put it, a lot of times wrestling doesn't make sense. But
it doesn't. It's not supposed to. But it's great.
It is fucking entertaining. I give him that one.
It's great for TV. It's entertaining as shit, and it gives a little chuckle in my belly. Just
I hope now we can move Hook into something serious. Like if you tell me Hook faces Daniel Garcia, if he faces Garcia at Rampage, the main event, and they go for longer than usual Hook match, I'm with it. Let's do that.
I would be so with it, but right now they're so focused on Garcia with Bryan Danielson.
That's true.
You know, and by the way, to fast forward a lot of shit, I never knew that we needed the duo of Eddie Kingston and William Regal. Holy shit. It was the duo that nobody expected and nobody even thought of, but what we all needed. Okay? Go ahead, Mr. Regal.
Except for the guy that didn't know he was Puerto Rican.
Yeah. That guy right there.
Still don't buy it. Still don't fucking buy it. I'm sorry. The promo that he cut and the video promoting that Arena Anarchy shit, my brother, he lost it. He was like, yo, this shit don't make no fucking sense. I don't like this motherfucker no more. And I'm like, you see what I mean? Am I the only one that sees this? I don't get it.
I know for a fact, I enjoyed it.
I know for a fact William Regal so badly wanted to say War Games.
Yeah, absolutely.
Not that blood and guts shit.
But you know what? We got blood and guts. I was like, he said the thing. He said the thing.
Word. War Games is like his Teddy Long's Undertaker. So everybody's facing the Undertaker, but everybody's
no one can sell it. No one can sell War Games at like William Regal. There's nobody. Yeah. You can try all you want. You'll never reach that bar right there. But I digress. Let's move. Well, let's rewind this now. Hook and Danhausen defeated Tony Nese and Mark Sterling. That's a win for me. Yeah. It was entertaining to watch. I had fun watching it. Again, it's not supposed to make sense, folks, but it was damn good.
Yo, that suplex that Sterling did was fucking phenomenal. The suplex that he did on Danhausen, I was like, yo.
Listen, he's a good wrestler. He's another one that would put someone over, you know, just because to make them look good, you know. But then he's going to come back with his law degree and be like, you fucked up. I'm going to sue you now. It's great.
You hit me with a closed fist.
You pointed to me. I knew it right then.
Word.
But yeah, it was still great. I loved it. Now, here comes the real interesting part. Is it a work or a shoot? Is he going to show up or not? Here comes NJF's music, and everybody at this point is glued to whatever screen they were watching. Is he gonna come out or is he not? Right? We all know, we all heard the stories. He did a no call, no show for his signings, you know, which kind of sucks for those folks who actually paid to go see him. But it's a work. Everything is a work. It's always been a work. It's been a work since he said that his contract was up in 2024. And the best part is you would never know if it was a work because he made you feel like it was goddamn real.
Yeah.
Agreed.
So dropping that bomb on cable TV.
Oh, that's another wonderful, beautiful thing. That wasn't a fucking pipe bomb. That was a nuclear bomb. Okay, that was a nuke. All right. My Punk wishes he could go ahead and be completely off script the way MJF was. That wasn't scripted. That came from the chest. To me, I feel like it was a work shoot, and it's just mainly because it's stuff that he genuinely feels, but he's working the crowd as well.
Yeah.
You know? That's why I feel like it's, like I said, it's a work shoot, because a lot of this shit that he's saying, I mean, it's not like it hasn't been written on the wall. We all seen it. WWE releases superstars, and what happens? Oh, Tony Khan's gonna end up picking him up.
Yep. Gobble, gobble, gobble.
Mm-hmm.
Gobbles them all up.
Now, let's talk about the aftermath. We all knew Warlow was gonna win. We all knew he was gonna go over. Why? Because it was that time. And we're gonna talk wonderful things about Hill.Liz's baby daddy. Although we might have to fight for that, but you know what? I digress. She got to touch him. Go ahead, girl. I felt like the match was a little dry in the sense of way, whereas like I felt like MJF was selling and not selling in a way. Like, I don't know how to put it. It was something, you know what? It was something that was expected.
Yeah.
We knew he was going to get powerbombed like, and everything like that. I just wish there was more of a match to it. But it was pretty funny where both the ref and Warlow just kind of looked over MJF's fucking shoulders as he's pulling out the ring from his trunks. Like, yeah. Yeah, and then they were looking at, see this nigga here?
That was a good spot. I like that.
Take your, what the fuck are you doing? Ref, doing it right in front. You ain't even sneaky anymore, homie. What? Powerbomb this nigga for that dumb shit. Like, and the ref, if you go back and watch the referee's fucking facial expression throughout the whole entire match, is beautiful. It's the most fucking comical thing that you can possibly see, because his face reactions is like a male's version of Audrey Edwards. They're very like, just like, oh, damn. Ooh, this dumbass. All right. Warlow defeated MJF, and the aftermath of him being escorted out on a stretcher with a mask. Now, I'm not a doctor, but I'm pretty sure that a mask goes here, not here. Like, I'm grabbing all my nose and everything, all of this. I didn't know that my forehead needed to breathe as well.
Yeah.
Everything else. And I didn't know that we couldn't push people through the stretcher, but more by their fucking heads, as we're also holding the mask up here as well.
Yeah.
That, I mean, what the fuck?
That was
I thought we had proper training in 2020, March of 2020 to be precise, of how to wear a mask properly.
Word.
Especially a medical mask. Something that's supposed to give you oxygen. Something like that. Whoever that guy was, please don't ever. Matter of fact, put him back on Dynamite so we can just laugh at least one more time. We would appreciate it.
Word. That was disrespectful. If MJF would have cut the promo on that, I'd have been like, yo, he's the greatest. He's the greatest.
Then my boss is coming after me by having some asshole put a mask on my forehead.
Word.
Oh, man. Still a good match, a decent match. I don't want to say good, decent for an opener. I mean, you got the crowd hot with Hook and Danhausen. And we all knew this was like, we didn't know if he was going to show up or not. Again, it was always a work, but it's always good to have that feeling as a wrestling fan, to have us second guessing ourselves if this is actually real or not, because it felt that real. And not only did it feel that real to him, because it felt coming through as a character, but you felt it from him, like, and you're like, damn, all right, yeah, you know, I'm a person that's been at a job for X amount of time, and here comes somebody else from some other place, probably has no experience or some experience in the line of business that we do, and is getting paid how much more than me? What? And MJF wasn't fucking, like, he is one of the pillars of AEW. You know? And he is by far the best heel in all of pro wrestling sports entertainment that it is today. There's no one right now, especially that promo that he cut on Wednesday. Okay? It was a very CM Punk promo, but it was an MJF promo, because AEW has that leeway where you're able to say asshole and bullshit without being censored. And you know, the minute it was a fucking work, the minute he decided to say, you fucking mark, it was right on cue without missing a beat.
Yeah. They censored the shit out of that, like, real quick. Usually, if he was gonna do that shit, you know, off the cuff, they would have been like, "You fuck me," and then they would have got him. Like, you would have heard some part of that.
You would have heard the F. You would have heard you fuck. Yeah. You would have heard the whole thing.
Yep.
And that's how automatically you had to know it was a work. If you didn't know if it was, everybody's like, "Oh, you really think Tony Khan will let him go out there with a microphone?" Maybe. That cokehead is like, "You want to say something? Say it off your chest." Boom.
Yeah.
Whatever you got to say to me, you can say it to everybody. You want to have a chat? Have a chat with me on the mic. Go for it. His cokehead ass might have done that.
That's what I was saying to Leia earlier. It was like one of those, like, I know you got beef and this has become a thing, so go say something outside, you know, and sell this shit. You know? Like, I'm pretty sure Tony Khan didn't know what he was going to say, but he knew what he was going to say. You know, and he just let him say it, you know?
Yeah, I agree. Like, he knew he was going to say some wild shit. He probably didn't think he was going to say, "You fucking mark." Like, oh, we're using the F word. We can't do that.
Yeah.
You know? And then the video that popped up that Punk was coming out with one shoe on, one shoe off. You know?
Which was funny. It's like, how did you spend this whole time not just taking off one shoe? Like, what? Like, MJF was out there for like 20 minutes and you only got a shoe off? It's like, all right, old man. Shit. You gotta come to the fucking arena with your gear on. That's how slow your ass is.
Yeah. That was quite something. No, but he just finished getting into a match. He was part of the match with FTR.
Oh yeah, but they went to commercial and then MJF came back up.
Mm-hmm. But you have to also remember, he had time, but he didn't, because think about all the people that are backstage, probably kind of saluting. "Hey, good job, great match, looks good." His wife was there. So she was probably right there and like, "Oh, babe, that was a great match." Da, 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 da. So probably by the time all this shit happened, I'm sure Punk didn't know what the fuck he was going to say.
Yeah.
I don't expect Punk to know what he was going to say. I don't expect anybody that was a former WWE employee, whether it's past, recently, or possibly future, was gonna know what he was gonna say. It's when it came to the fact that he mentioned the company WWE. If anybody's gonna spark a war with WWE and you're gonna have a face man to do it, it would be MJF. Because Vince is looking at MJ. We all heard the rumors and the interest that Vince McMahon has on MJF.
Yeah.
Imagine that promo wasn't really for Tony Khan, but that promo was for Vince McMahon. Think about that.
It's true. I can see that.
It makes it almost like if he was saying, would you treat me better if I was an ex-WWE guy? Almost like, would I be better off going to WWE instead of staying here? You know, like
you got Cody there, but Cody's kind of like homegrown in a way in WWE. You know, so that makes it makes sense. But
the guy who honks, I hate people who honk. I hate people who honk.
Oh,
fuck you.
Shut up. No, that's my side now. That was honking.
No, it was you the first time too. I was just, it's a reaction. Whenever I hear somebody honk, I go, shut the fuck up. I'm
that's
sorry.
nothing.
It's a reflex.
Dude, that's light work. You should hear sometimes in the morning, there's a car that's like literally parked right across the street from me. And because some other asshole decided to park right in front of him, all you hear is for like a solid 3 minutes. And I'm like, really? Really? Are we really fucking doing this? Jesus. And then you're like, beep, 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 beep. I was like, you motherfuckers.
Because everybody answers a pattern. Goes, that means you really want me to move. My bad. I didn't know you were in a rush.
You hear the honk, you're like, well, I'm double parked. That's not for me. Bam, 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 bam. Ah, that's my pattern. That's my code. I'm the dickhead in this one.
That's the Morse code. We gotta go.
Yeah. That's the toe tag signal. We gotta go. We gotta go. These motherfuckers.
But yeah, MJF, complete work. He's there until 2024. We'll obviously always revisit what 2024 looks like when we get there because who knows? Anything can happen. Tony Khan is known not to go ahead and fire employees, which is another kind of thing that we're all aware of as well.
Yeah.
MJF, I want you to fire me. Knowing that Tony Khan won't fire him because he wants people to wait until the contract ends.
Yeah.
And MJF doesn't want to quit. Not just yet.
So Lay had this question earlier, and he goes, what did this promo do? Like, what did it push? What storyline is it pushing? And, you know, we came to the conclusion, like, we got to wait to see Tony's reaction. But what do you think this is going to lead into? You think this is going to be a one and done? And
I think that with the bullshit ass video footage that came out with, you know, Abuelito Punk, because he did come out like an old man, that ass with like old man missing one chunk. Like, what's going on? What are you doing? I love Punk. Don't get me wrong. I love Punk. I really do. I do feel like this title change. I'm okay with it because Hangman Page wasn't really doing anything. But at the same time, I also feel like it's a little bit too late because he's not as hot. Now, what made him hot? MJF. The dog collar match. The feud he had with him. CM Punk. Ex-WWE guy. Yeah, you made your mark. But now you have the title. And now I want that. And I'm the only one that puts you as close as you can be. Pretty much. If you really think about it, out of all the opponents that Punk has ever had, nothing has been intense as his feud with MJF.
Yeah. Eddie Kingston tried to do it, and it didn't really work out that way. But
in AEW?
Yeah, in AEW. His AEW run. Out of all time, just his AEW run.
Yeah.
Good call.
Yeah, no, it was so funny. I was actually watching Hell in a Cell. Like, I just went to the very first pay-per-view so it can just run its course. As I put Riley to bed. So putting Riley to bed with Hell in a Cell commentary. It's great. Parenting 101, folks. Make sure she's ready for a Hell in a Cell. And CM Punk was going up against The Undertaker.
Okay.
I was like, and Punk had hair, long ass hair. Punk was ECW, version, WWE's version. Definitely like a beginner of a Paul Heyman guy, but definitely like that. I have a mosquito around here, and that motherfucker tasted some of Puerto Rican sun, and he needs to die.
Yeah, man. They need all of them need to die, son. All of these fucking bugs need to die. I don't know what's the purpose.
That is bullshit, man. I didn't even get this bit in Puerto Rico. What the fuck? Nah. See, in Puerto Rico makes sense. Plants, trees, water. Not once. I lied. Maybe definitely the last day they caught me. But I didn't bring that nigga in my luggage.
Word.
He needs to, wherever he's at, he needs to die.
It was that motherfucker who was honking that woke in the
Probably.
Have to throw a bullet through his window.
Yo, he needs to. Gotta go. Nose first and all.
Word.
MJF, great so far. The greatest right now. Point blank, the greatest in pro wrestling and sports entertainment besides Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns can talk all this shit, but unless he's uncensored like MJF, he's just second to me. I think it's because I can relate more when somebody curses. Like, I felt that.
Yeah.
As a New Yorker and a fan of pro wrestling, I felt that.
Yeah, everyone knows I don't curse.
You fucking Mark, He dug into his soul for that shit. And then the crowd reaction in Vegas. Amazing. MJF all through the whole crowd. Now, one person was telling him to shut the fuck up then. They were telling him to shut the fuck up in the beginning.
Yeah.
But after that promo, they were like, nah, we're with you. But let's see what happens.
With that one too.
I think so too. But let's see, because not every city does that.
Yeah.
And sometimes you're going to get a city that's just a fucking dead crowd. But then you're going to get cities like Vegas. And it's just hot. And it was like their first time really in Vegas for that long. So that was
they had
cool.
the whole week over there.
Mm-hmm. Again, WrestleMania. It is their WrestleMania. Can't be mad. I just hope that the next pay-per-view is not this fucking long. All right. What is it? Forbidden Door?
Yes.
Ah, fuck. It's going to be long. It's going to be long.
Yeah.
It's a fucking Japan pay-per-view. Have we not seen Wrestle Kingdom, folks? That shit is like 3 weeks long. All right.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, and let's see. Hopefully it won't be that long. Hopefully we'll get like maybe 3.5 hours. Not no fucking. How long was it? From 7:30 to like 12:40?
Yeah, I believe so. Like Christ. The one, it was
That's
long.
A lot. It was long.
After a while, it felt like all right, the fatigue was coming in.
Yeah,
it was like as good as these matches are. It's like I just want to go home.
Word. And after a while, I was like thinking, oh, this match should be next. Like when you're getting towards the end and you're forgetting matches, and then they tell you some other match, you're like, oh, right, there is this one. Yeah, right. It was that one too. That should be it. No. This was added onto the card. Right. This was added onto the card. Like,
Yo, do you remember back in the day
Go ahead.
when WCW used to do the pay-per-views. I'm showing my age now. When on the cable box you ordered it and they had a 5-minute intermission during the pay-per-view, like, all right, everybody, we're going to intermission, and then they had the pink pay-per-view logo on the shit and a countdown, so you knew when to come back, and it was like, and now we're back live, and then it gave you a chance to go take a shit, go get something to eat, close your eyes for a minute, stretch, do something. Like, I kind of think we need that just a little bit, let's get a little bit in there, at least for AEW.
But see, and that is what you call an entertainer. Ruby, 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 Ruby Soho. Ruby, 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 Ruby Soho. They had the whole live band.
Yeah.
Have a live band perform another song, and then kind of like have that song go for like 2 minutes, because then you're going to be singing Ruby Soho song for the next 3. And that's at least a nice 5.5 minutes of, okay, I can go ahead and boom, 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 boom. Which I'm kind of tired of really seeing Ruby Soho and Britt Baker, but is that the next one? No, the next one, the Hardys defeated the Young Bucks.
I kind of want the Young Bucks to win that.
Yeah, I felt like it was time that they should pass the torch. But it looks like this feud is not over. Right? I don't know, man. After a while, I felt like the Hardys was just getting slow.
Yeah. They're no longer boys. They're the Hardy grandfathers. Like, they wobbling. Yo, when Matt Hardy looks better than you, Jeff, you're going to have to take a seat, bro. Get some ice.
But that's why they said he was injured as well as Adam Cole. That's why they didn't fight on Dynamite, because they were scheduled to be part of a match. But they got injured. But, after a while, you saw fucking Jeff Hardy is like, fuck, I got to go on the top rope again.
Yeah.
Like, do I have to make this decision for real? Like,
it's like Jeff Hardy's hitting this dude on the stairs, and Matt was like, yo, bro, just go up there. I'll beat his ass. Because there's no fucking way they're going to believe you hit him 3 times and he's going to stay there for a half hour while you climb the fucking rope. With your shoe all out and shit. Like, fix your shoe, bro.
Oh, word. What happened to the shoe? Did the Young Bucks do that? There was a wardrobe malfunction? And why did we not take off the shoe? At that point, are we not taking off the shoe? No, but at some point, when we saw it, it was all open in the back. And then at some point, the very bottom was buckled. Some shit had to happen.
Word. It's like, yeah, man. Deal with the shoe. It's a tag team match. You're on the fucking apron.
Exactly. You got time.
Yeah. This isn't a singles match. Like, you got time. Handle your shoe. Matt will be on some. All right, I got you. I'm gonna side effect these motherfuckers 3 more times. Handle your shoe and let's get this shit going. But you alright, Gigi? Hopefully you don't. I hope you ain't.
No, I was choking for a second. My Jameson kind of went down the wrong pipe as I was called. Well, not my Jameson. Excuse me, my Pepsi. I'm good, and I had to change the fan because I'm fucking hot in this bitch.
I hear you.
Woo. Yeah, no, it just, and I don't know why we went for this spot again, where he goes to the top of the rope and does a swanton while they're on the stairs.
Yeah.
It kind of reminds me of a match that they had with the Dudley Boys, and they spoke about this before, where Jeff did a spot, right? And him and I think Bubba went through a table, right? Or something happened with the table, and the first spot was so good, but when they did it a second time, it wasn't as impactful as it was the first time. And it's the same thing back here. The first time it happened, Jeff Hardy went ahead and completely missed, and that was one of the most impactful moments that happen. But then it's like he's trying to redeem himself, but we're like, oh, so is he gonna miss again? Oh, he hits it this time. Okay, cool. It's like a spot that is like they shouldn't be running back to the well too many times.
Yep.
Word.
So it was a good match, but if I had to choose, in all honesty, I would take ROH Hardy Boys versus the Young Bucks over AEW Hardy Boys versus the Young Bucks.
I hate the Hardy Boys. Just look old. The Hardy, it's like I understand you're hurt and all that other shit, but like, bro, change your style up at least. Sting is now I'm gonna jump off of shit, but everything else Darby got. You know, it's like, bro, you know, it doesn't hurt for you to be like, all right, let me not jump off of an 80-foot fucking ladder onto a table in concrete. You know, it's okay, Jeff. We don't expect you to jump off of everything.
And I don't know if you know this, but we kind of saw your brother kind of land on concrete on his head, and he didn't look so good during the match. He get no concussion. Wow.
Yeah. Brain
you had the
damage.
referee help you out. Word. The referee had to help you all the way to the ring.
Yeah. Yeah, and it's crazy. Anthony goes, Jeff Hardy will be 45 in July. You know what the sad thing is? Batista started wrestling at 41. You see how that crazy how crazy that shit is? AJ Styles is like 42 years old. And he altered his style. He's not wrestling as crazy he was when he was young, but he's still pulling off some moves. Jeff Hardy just looks like, yo, bro, at any moment, like my body's just gonna collapse. His bones are gonna disintegrate. And God forbid he's like that dude that Rey Mysterio wrestled. Remember when Rey Mysterio hit him with the 619? It was like his neck was so fucked up to begin with that he decapitated him. It's like, you know,
he ended up killing him in the and it's not to say he killed him, but he had so many injuries already that was the one that broke the camel's back.
Yeah.
And it's just a regular ass 619 move.
Yep.
Because the last thing
it wasn't
anything
super devastating. Yeah.
Yeah. You know, as much as I say Jeff Hardy's on that list because he fucked up so many chances with the drugs and all other shit, we don't need to see you get permanently fucking disabled in a ring. We don't need to see that. That don't need to happen to you or your brother.
But the goal is to let them have at least one AEW tag team title run to complete their ultimate tag team goal as brothers. I mean, I get that.
Yeah.
And in all honesty, it should happen sooner than later. And I think we got somewhat of a glimpse of it in a way because we had Matt Hardy tag team with Christian, Jungle Boy, and Luchasaurus. And as like Matt Hardy is trying to like, hey, it's okay, Jungle Boy, like he's trying to talk to him. You see Christian, no, let's go. No. Don't talk to this nigga.
Yeah.
Trust me. I've been feuding with him all my wrestling career. Don't fucking talk to this nigga. So I see it starting from there. And then with Jeff obviously heals up, we're going to end up having that tag team championship match between Jurassic Express and the Hardy Boys. And even the Young Bucks at this point, because they're always going to try to insert themselves in any which way.
Yeah. And I think it would do the match more justice to have a 3-way and have the Hardy Boys win than have the Hardy Boys beat Jurassic Express straight up. Because the Hardy Boys lost a step, and it's like, yo, for them to beat Jurassic Express is kind of like, yo, every tag team that Jurassic Express beat was a way better team. Like, this is like diminishing your shit a little bit. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Like you could have the Hardy Boys the first transitional champions. Let them win the title, then let them lose the title, and then all right, go about your business. You made history, bro. Good. That's it. That's all we need. Show is in the chat. What's going on, Show?
Hey.
Real quick, somebody had a question. Boricua Tommy had a question. He goes, "Do you guys, what do you guys think about CM Punk facing Tanahashi next? I don't know much about him, but is he good? I know Lay would know more about him than I. Probably Gigi would know more about him than I do. But I know Tanahashi was the guy. He was the guy in New Japan Pro Wrestling. He was, and then
He was a Grand Slam champ.
yeah, but fuck, Ibushi.
Kota
The
Ibushi?
Rainmaker came. Yeah, the Rainmaker came
Okada?
after him. Like
Okada.
he was. Yeah, Okada. There
Okada.
you go.
I said Okada.
Yeah,
Okada.
Yeah, Okada. Yo, their names. Just I can't remember their fucking names for the life of me.
Speaking about Okada, I heard Okada might be coming for the Forbidden Door to face Hangman Adam Page, but I think something switched on that.
Yo,
I read that somewhere.
If you're gonna put Okada to face anybody in AEW, it's got to be Omega. I know they had matches out their ass already, but Omega's the only one I could see hanging on his fucking level. Hangman Page will not do this man justice. We already said it. Okada's the greatest wrestler right now, like the greatest wrestler we've seen. If Randy Orton gave a shit his whole career, Randy Orton will be on his level. But Okada, this guy, you know, this guy's on another level. You want to talk about levels? This guy's on another fucking level. And I don't think Hangman Page is up there. I'm sorry. I've never seen it. I still don't see it. And it would be a waste of his fucking time in America to put him up against Hangman Page. I'm sorry, but that's my opinion.
I can see Hangman versus Nato before I see Rainmaker and him.
Yeah.
Agreed.
I would have thought you would have put Rainmaker against CM Punk.
You know, I think it's, you know what? I think it's too soon for that. I think it's too soon for that. And then I think what AEW is doing is they're putting their cards on their table, but they're not putting all their cards on the table. Because who is to say that they are not going to make a special appearance?
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's a forbidden door for a reason. Is to show you what we want to show you in our hands, and then we're going to throw in a couple of wild cards to completely throw you off.
Yeah.
And that kind of ties in a little bit to the next match, which is Jade Cargill versus Anna Jay, where Jade is still undefeated as your TBS Women's Champion. And we got to see Athena walk in. And, oh my God, what's his name?
Oh,
I got his name.
Diamond Mine.
Diamond Mine. I got Stokely Hathaway. There we go. I'm he went by a different name. So I was like,
yeah.
So yeah, Hathaway. We got Athena and Hathaway. I never realized that Hathaway was going to be that much a fucking distraction to Anna Jay.
Yeah.
Like, if I was Anna Jay, I'd be like, who's that? This black bald motherfucker walking to the ring. He's not part of her team. I'm going to fuck you up even more for bringing this nigga to get out of here. But no, I think what fucked me up is that it distracted her for too long.
Yeah.
To my comfort, where she was so focused on him and not on the match, where it seemed too obvious. Because she was also checking back and seeing what was going on. And it's like, if you keep checking back to look for your spot, you should be doing something in the meantime as well. Check your spot. You see her moving, try to hit her. Like, what are you doing here? Hit her. What are you doing here? And then, like, at that moment, then, you know, like that second or third as he's interacting with her, then, and only then it should be like, oh my God, I got hit. Ah! You know? But she made it too obvious. Yeah. Where she was looking for her spot. So I'm like, meh. The match itself was meh. You know?
Yeah.
And
Jade Cargill wasn't distracted by shit. She didn't give a fuck who was it anyway.
no.
She didn't even look.
I'm so-
She's like, you looking at somebody? Fuck it. Come on. She didn't give a fuck who you was looking at.
Oh man. Can we also talk about so we got Jade Cargill with Carrie Hogan and Red Velvet, right? The baddies. You have
Yep.
Athena, Anna Jay, and Chris Statlander. Why is Chris Statlander not stepping up to Jade? They are the same height.
Yeah.
But then you have like Athena, who's just coming in to go after the champion, where you have Chris Statlander, who's the same fucking height and that's been there since day one. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. Like, I get Athena just came in and she's going up against, I think, Carrie Hogan on Rampage. But that makes sense.
Yeah.
But you just came in. We understand you've been in the indies, you've been doing your thing, but Chris Statlander should have, if anything, been next in line for that TBS title.
Yep.
That's what I thought was happening. Like they made a big deal of her coming back for the Owen Hart tournament, and now it's like, all right, she's in a rivalry with Red Velvet. Like, I understand you're friends, but what does that have to do with anything?
Not a damn thing. Yeah, no, the match was meh.
Yeah, it was dope to see Athena there though. If there's something that AEW needs, is more women. Especially the way they're gonna feed them to Jade and to the AEW Women's Champion. Like Baker went through everybody, so it's it's like to have more women for more variety of the matches.
Yeah,
I would agree with that.
They acquired so many male talent that they kind of slacked on gaining women's talent overall.
Yeah.
And not for nothing, but we need to stop not showcasing Sunny Kiss, because Sunny Kiss, the pronouns are she, and it'd be great to see Sunny Kiss just come out there and like trip a bitch. Not that you're not necessarily hitting her, you're just tripping on like, oop, sorry sis. She is probably more of a woman than some of the AEW roster.
Hey,
just saying.
So Sunny Kiss wants to be called a she.
Oh, Sunny Kiss's pronouns is she, her.
Okay.
Yes.
So all right. So because it's side note, it's difficult for people in our generation to get that, because when you call the guy a she, it was a disrespect, and when you call someone an it was like we use it as a diss. So now that they want to be called that, it's like, hold on, wait. If I'm calling you an it or a they or that, wasn't that disrespectful a couple years ago? But it's something it's weird to do, but that's what she wants, and I
mean, I have a friend that and I got mad love for him. But, him was a her. And, he definitely decided, to kind of come out and say to some of the most trusted people that, he decided to go ahead and kind of tell us this transition and everything that they want to go through, because they feel more comfortable in their skin as, as another gender.
Yeah.
Like, I feel more comfortable as this, and I just want to let you know, as my friend, that this is what I'm going through, and I just want you to have patience with me. And, if you can support it, and I'm here for it. Like, you know what? Mm-hmm. This is what you want. It's going to make you happy mentally, physically, emotionally. if this is what's going to make you feel better overall, go for it. I fully support it. It's going to take some time to transition for all of us.
Yeah.
But I respect it, and every so often, while he was working, I was like, she'll take care of you. And I'm like, he'll take care of you. Thank you. No problem. Or I'll get called on it.
Yeah.
I was like, he will help you out on this. My apologies.
No, yeah. It's tricky nowadays. It's tricky nowadays.
And it's funny because, I'm such a body. Everybody is mommy and papi. So every time I'm like, what's up, mommy? What's up, papi? What's up, ma? What's up, papi? I appreciate that. All right. And, cute compliments. Hey, beautiful. Hiya, handsome. I like that. I do too. Make it fun for them. Sunny Kiss, she has an amazing personality, and it Ubers through our screens, on our phones, on our TVs, and everything like that. And she's a bad bitch that can do a split, and I can't even think about just trying to stretch one leg from another. Okay? Props to her. And I think she should be the first, I guess, transgender baddie, I guess. I don't know what's the terminology for that, but definitely a part of the baddie team, and just to grow that fucking stable.
Yeah, I can see that.
I think it Sunny Kiss can be such a sassy bitch that it would fit perfectly into the baddies. Because they're sassy and petty. And she can be sassy and petty too.
I mean, the programs they would have with I mean, the programs they would have with other people, would you have that other person that's sassy, but a little bit more flamboyant, not flamboyant, out there, willing to say shit and be extra? I think that'd be interesting.
Well, then this is the best thing. Then you always have somebody who is like, obviously they don't want to tap into the whole mixed gender matches, right? We're still staying away from it for some odd reason. But you have somebody that's like Sunny Kiss that's doing these petty moves, right, to girls. And then there comes a guy who steps up, who could be, now I'm not going to say in the same lightweight division. Even midweight, because Sunny Kiss has fought a couple of midweights. It's not like she can't wrestle.
Yeah.
You just have to put her with the right person that's going to have the right chemistry. Yeah. It's all about chemistry in the ring. And it can turn really good. Probably, maybe a jobber. But, it's great story. Like, I can't believe he hit me. GJ, a question. Do I think the fallen from Sasha Banks and Vince? Do you see their relationship patching up? Do you see her off to Hollywood or AEW? So Sasha Banks is not going to AEW. She's not going to Japan. If she goes to AEW, that would be some like a lingerie's Medusa type shit in some sort of way. I would feel like I see Naomi or Trinity more in a wrestling organizations before I see Sasha Banks in one. Sasha Banks is getting that Disney money, y'all. As long as Mandalorian is still on, she's still getting that Disney money.
Yeah. And
all right, Disney is cutting the check. Now, I see, if anything, Sasha Banks going to Hollywood. That's what she wants. I don't see her going to AEW. Although it would be pretty fucking cool. If I see any women from, let's just say the 4 horsewomen. Let's just choose out of those 4, right? Because those were, not for nothing, those were the rebuild pillars of what the women's division is.
Yeah.
You know? Because then it started getting to bra and panties, and the divas wasn't really much of a thing. But if you had to have 4 women to kind of, in a way, rebuild what women's wrestling is now, it is Bayley, Sasha, Charlotte, and Becky. And I'm not going to discredit AJ Lee. I'm not going to discredit Paige. All right? We're not discrediting them, but it's like they were hot for the moment. AJ Lee was always hot. She was trying to. But you can't build a building, all right? And you can't hold up a huge-ass wall that's bigger than what is you.
Yeah.
She
didn't
was
have
tiny.
support system.
No, absolutely not. She had support, but not the support that she needed to actually continue to elevate the women's division, especially when they had all these bitches had on Total Divas.
Yeah. She was like that, the thing you use to drill a hole in the wall to put the screw in, and the 4 horsemen was the screw. Like she showed women can wrestle, and then the 4 horsewomen turned around and said, no, we can also take over.
Yep.
You know, because with Charlotte, Flair, Becky, and Sasha and Bayley, they fucking main evented multiple fucking pay-per-views, Raws. They made so much history in the women's division, it's not even fucking funny. You know, but yeah,
And
I can see Sasha.
One of my dream matches would be Sasha Banks versus AJ Lee. It has to be Sasha because they're the frame wise. Yeah. You know, and Bayley as well. And I think it'll be great. Charlotte, I feel like it's too tall for her. It's like a David and Goliath thing. Yeah. So I'm not quite sure how that would 100% work out. But if AJ were to ever put the Black Widow on Charlotte, that would be one hell of a climb because she's so fucking goddamn tall. And she was backstage also for Double or Nothing and took pictures with Dr. Britt Baker, DMD. That would be in a like, you know, what was it? Dream Match Wrestling had the t-shirt where Dr. Britt Baker, DMD versus AJ Lee. And that it's fucking amazing. Who knows? We could possibly still get it, but Punk is trying not to have her come back to that.
Yeah.
The next match. The House of Black defeated Death Triangle.
That was my match of the night.
This was the match. This was what I was waiting for. This was what I was fucking waiting for. I called it. I said it. I told my cousin, if Julie Hart doesn't fucking come out, do some fucking Alexa Bliss, I got black shit in my mouth and then spit it somewhere and cause a distraction of Shane got horns like the fucking devil. Like, who the fuck is this bitch? You know? But this has to be the day she comes out or it means absolutely nothing. Nothing. I tell you, I popped so fucking hard when the lights went out and I go was like this, it's Julie Hart. Fucking I'm telling you, it's Julie Hart. She came out, she spit it, and I was like, what did I fucking tell you? I got up from my seat, I was like, yeah. My whole family thought some shit happened to me. And then all I hear, pero ¿qué pasó? And then my dad, ella está ahí con la lucha, con Eddie. Yeah. Déjame chequear. And he walks up, he's like, ¿qué pasó? Oh, it's like Julie Hart came out. Oh, he's like, oh, la rubia. Ah. Okay. Go back outside. He went right back outside. I popped so hard. I was like, about fucking time. About fucking time.
Word. They should have did that shit when they did the thing with the Varsity Blondes.
The Varsity Blondes.
Yeah.
Agreed.
They should have had her turn.
Agreed. But have her. I think would have been like the best thing. Give it the chair. Smack the shit out of the Varsity Blondes, right? Once or twice, maybe cry in the corner. I don't know. But walk away, and never to be seen until Double or Nothing. Like, make you guys forget about her. Because that was so long ago, you know?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But she had to keep face for dark matches on AEW Dark. But to have kept her off for so long and then bring her back at Double or Nothing, remembering all of this shit, is like, oh shit. We haven't seen her since she fucking tweaked out.
Yeah.
But it was great. Such a good match.
And the sad thing is that was my match of the night, but I hope they move on from this shit.
Yes.
I want to see House of Black do something else.
I think we need to cut that.
Yeah.
And is Phoenix always going to be light and Penta is going to be oscuro? Because I want both of them to be dark. just so I can have the manager and the spokesperson, Alex, go back into his sinister. I am being greedy. I want Alex back in the cloak. Okay.
Yeah.
It was good. It was great. I fucking enjoyed it. I might have not taken it seriously, but I kind of miss it. Y'all gotta bring it back at least like once.
Yeah.
Harris
is saying before he goes, I wouldn't mind seeing Trish Stratus doing one more match against Charlotte or Sasha. It has to be against Sasha. She already fought Charlotte, and Sasha's been fucking campaigning for this match. I've been campaigning for this match. Those are the two loves of my life. I need to see them wrestle. They got to fight over me.
So we had Trish Stratus and Alexa Bliss, but in a tag match with Lita and who was Alexa Bliss's tag team partner? What was it at the time?
Was it Ash?
I don't think it was Ash. No, because Alexa Bliss was heel. It might have been who was Lita going up against? Because whoever Lita was going up against, they made that into the tag match. So I remember it was supposed to be Trish Stratus versus Alexa Bliss. But it was also supposed to be Lita versus somebody else, and I can't remember who. It was for the women's evolution.
Mickey James and Alexa
James. That's who it was. Damn. I didn't mean to forget about you, Mickey, but damn.
Don't worry. I mean, you went on to bigger and better things after that, but you know.
You did. Wow. Yeah. We need that Trish Stratus and Sasha Banks match for real.
Yeah.
And not against Charlotte. Yeah. Charlotte needs this time off. We need some time away from Charlotte right now.
You know, not for nothing, I see Charlotte being the one out of the 4 horsewomen to go to AEW.
Yes. Agreed. Just because her man is there.
Yeah, and her name, Flair. Like, the Flair name is synonymous with wrestling. It's not synonymous with WWE. So I can see her, like, carrying the Flair over there and shit. You know, almost like a Cody Rhodes type thing.
Oh. But do you think she'll be able to keep the Flair name? Because it is Flair, but she might just have to spell it out as her last name is spelled out. Not the way WWE spells it. Not the way Ric Flair has spelled it. Because I don't know if she owns the right to Charlotte Flair.
No, I don't think so. Because Charlotte's not her real name.
Her name is Ashley. She could be called Ashley Flair.
Oh, she could just call herself Flair. You know, like just, that she's Ric Flair's daughter, just Flair. Or,
No, you can't just be Flair. You do not do that. All right, to Charlotte Flair. Charlotte, all right. Look. Ric Flair. Charlotte. You cannot just have Flair. It doesn't go. Ashley Flair. It has to go together. It can't just be, or my name. You know who I am. I am Flair. No, it does not. It doesn't. No, it rolls off the tongue better for her if she were to say her whole name. It's like a Tribe Called Quest. You have to say the whole thing, bro. All right, Tribe Quest. Nah, a Tribe Called Quest. You have to say the whole thing. Yeah, no, but I agree with you. I think she would be the first one to jump ship to AEW. And who's to say that's not on the back of her mind? Even though she says she's not interested in it. But you're right. The name alone is basically Ric Flair went to different territories. That's how his name is so famous out there in the wrestling industry. It's not just it's not one company. It's multiple.
Yeah, that's true. In all honesty, I don't think Becky would survive in AEW. Sasha and Bayley could, because they could, they could wrestle, they could go. I don't think Becky.
I think it would benefit her more than they would benefit off of her. In other words, Becky Lynch is a very good wrestler. And she does have pretty good mic promos as well. But yeah, it's just she can show some of the girls some great promo skills and everything like that. And I think some of the women in there would be a better wrestler and make her into a better wrestler.
Yeah.
Whereas Sasha can go. And Bayley's going to roll with the punches.
Yeah, Bayley is one of those that I can see her just adopting into that shit real quick. I think she'll transition faster than any of the other 4 women or any other 3 women.
Agreed. God damn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
9 matches altogether.
8 more matches to fucking go. All right, Lay.
Hopefully, we'll show up.
Yeah, right.
Let's see. All right. God damn, 8 more matches.
Yeah.
Woo, here we go.
And they added like 3 of them the day of, or like Rampage. The Darby Allin match they added, like, was that me and Lay was like, yo, there's only 9 matches, and then we watching 15. It's like, where the fuck did this come from?
Word. Like, we had all this shit lined up. Did we miss something? I thought, you know what? I blame Excalibur because he talks so fucking fast.
Yeah.
On his promos that he's just running right through them.
Yep.
So the next match was Adam Cole, and he defeated Samoa Joe. And I think this was for the Owen Hart tournament, if I'm not mistaken.
Yep.
I don't know about you, but once I saw Adam Cole win, I already knew that Britt Baker was gonna win.
Yeah. When I saw him in the Owen Hart gear, I turned around to my brother. I was like, yo, imagine him and Britt Baker win this shit. He's like, nah, they can't. They can't win this shit. Ruby Soho needs to win. And I was like, yep. Well, somebody fucked up and didn't tell Samoa Joe and Ruby Soho to put some pink on.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what it was. They definitely decided to go with the whole Hart family color scheme, you know?
Yeah.
That's it. The pink and black. Y'all remember. And those title belts looked really good.
Yeah.
You know, but now this is the next question. We got 2 belts now. 2 Owen Hart Tournament Cup belts. We're going to be showing off these shiny new belts. But what are we going to do with them? Are they to be defeated? Are they to be just hold on until the next tournament? What are we doing with this?
They said that those were trophy belts. They weren't to be defended or anything. Like, they would given to them so they could have them at home as trophies, just to signify that they won the tournament. I don't think they actually have a a rank or anything.
Okay, so that makes sense. We're just kind of showing off, and I think what it is that we said it so little that it's kind of like at the back end.
Yeah.
And the best part, if you didn't know they were going to win, there was only one big trophy cup. They lived together.
Yeah.
This tournament was kind of like based around Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, and Adam Cole, baby.
Yeah. It seems like that, especially the way they came, it went through. It seemed like that. I really think Ruby Soho should have won that. Like, what are you doing now with her?
I agree. If you are not gonna let her win the TBS title against Jade, and the women's, I mean, now that Thunder Rosa is the AEW champion, watching Ruby Soho and Thunder Rosa go at it would be fun.
Yeah.
I would take that. But you're right. I think there's a lot of... I don't want too many belts from where we're at right now, because then it's like everybody has a title. But I do feel we need to figure something out.
Yeah.
There's definitely something that needs to be added. It is going to have to be title belts, because they don't really have what they have. TBS, TNT, AEW Heavyweight, Tag Team, and that's it. Am I missing one?
For the men, yeah, that's it. They only have
for overall.
The AEW Women's title, the TBS
Right, AEW,
yeah,
the TNT one,
yeah,
the AEW Heavyweight, and the Tag Team,
and the TBS title for the women.
I said that. TBS, TNT,
Yeah.
the two networks.
Okay, yeah.
AEW Women's, AEW Men's.
Yeah,
Tag
and then
team.
the tag team. Yep. And they're talking about a trios title now.
They need to. But if you're gonna give me a trios title, also make it intergender. Not for nothing, but one of the best trio champions was Son of Havoc,
Evilise and
Angelico.
Yes.
Angelico. All three of them complemented each other. I think if they introduce this, I really want the guy who played fucking Dario Dark on fucking Lucha Underground.
Yeah.
I want this motherfucker to come down to AEW and like, you know what I got? Medallions. These are Aztec medallions that will give you ultimate power.
The gift of the gods.
The gift of the gods. Each week, one of you motherfuckers are gonna go after one of these to make the title belts of the gift of the gods. You will be gifted with the gift of the gods.
Yeah,
and then I will steal it from you.
But you know something? That was an amazing concept.
It was.
That was an amazing concept. That was like a Money in the Bank, but you earned your way there, and you was a champion, and you defended it, and then you cashed it in whenever you wanted.
Each medallion was your way to go into the bracket of for this title. And the best part is that you're building your title. It's not just already a pre-made title. No, you have to get a medallion to add to it. So this is your contribution to it. And each wrestler got a contribution to it. And that's what make it so fucking good.
Yeah. And the title itself looked pretty fucking dope also.
Hell yeah. That shit was one of the best looking titles that was out there at that time.
Yeah.
You know?
Way better than that spinner shit.
Yeah, I agree. You know, spinner was fun. I think I have one laying around here somewhere. not a legit one. All right, we're not doing that. But you know, have one, and I think it actually plays John Cena's music. If the battery still
man.
I didn't buy it. It was given to me, and at the time I was like, man, fuck you guys. Y'all giving me John Cena shit. Now I'm like, I'm gonna just chuckle at that. Because that's all you can do right now.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. Adam Cole, baby. He wins. And those belts look pretty fucking good too. America Top Dream defeated Sammy Guevara, Ty Conti, and Frankie Kazarian.
Yo.
I didn't really pay attention to this match. I'm gonna be real with you. This was my break. This was my bathroom break. I couldn't hold it in no more. I needed to get a snack to keep me alive for the rest of the pay-per-view. I think at this point is when I was starting to feel a little woozy.
Yeah.
I forgot that this match existed.
Me too, until you just mentioned it, but then it reminded me, like, yo, Sammy Guevara really needs to learn how to be a bad guy. Like, he was over the top to the point where it was like, yo, bro, stop. Please stop. Him and Ty Conti is like, you can do so much less and accomplish so much more in being a heel than this overselling, overacting shit that you're doing. Like, you're wasting our time. Like, even Kaz was like, yo, bro, enough with your shit. Like, when he kicked Ty in the face, it was like, all right, cool. At least one of them is gonna shut up now. But bro, you're over the top here. Like, I'm starting to lose respect.
It's like a nonstop horn dog, and it's like, calm the fuck down. Let's kick ass instead of kissing each other's ass. And like, Sammy Guevara is a great wrestler. Ty Conti, believe it or not, is a great women's wrestler. But you cannot put these two in a storyline where it's appealing to folks, because then what's going to happen? After a while, we're just going to get really tired of seeing your tongues get down each other's throats. There's nothing wrong with public affection. There is something wrong when it's overly done and it's like, okay, now y'all niggas just being disgusting and obnoxious. We know y'all fuck. We get it. Your tongue goes up her ass. Her tongue probably goes up your ass. Whatever floats your boat. She's Brazilian. We know how those bitches get down. Or Cuban. Yep. We know how you niggas get down. Latino heat. Yes. We get it.
Word.
But your actions speak louder when you're actually wrestling like other people instead of wrestling your tongue into his and his tongue into hers. It's just like okay. Like, after a while he should be suffocating. Bruh, I just woke up. Okay. I'm glad that she got super kicked in the face, because guess what? That was something that was already brought in AAA when fucking Penta super kicked the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And I don't think that was by accident. He did that shit on purpose.
Yep.
We had to make things look like an accident. So, sorry, babe.
Word.
And you know what? She sold it. She sold the fuck out of it by completely knocking out. And it was good. It was good that she sold it. And I do gotta admit, there are costumes coming out of her looking like Maleficent and whatever gothic dark shit he was trying to. It looked dope. I have to comment on I love the costumes. I'm a cosplayer sometimes, and I love it. I'll take it any day. Just chill the fuck out. I'd rather watch you wrestle and do flippy shit. Ty Conti, you do your jiu-jitsu shit. And put Ty back with Anna Jay and get Anna Jay out of this. We are losing the Dark Order on their own, right? And you know, we're losing a lot of some of the factions that we had there. You know, AFO, where you go, we don't know. AFO. See what I did there?
Yeah, no, yeah. But
Did
apparently
it. Boom.
Andrade signed another fucking wrestler from Triple I.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not aware of who he is, but Kenny says that this guy's legit. So
Yes, I think I've seen a couple matches. I'm in the same boat with you. I really don't know who he is. I've seen him before. I feel like seen him before, but I don't. His name is escaping me. Let's see. AEW Andrade. No, I don't want to see that they got married. I know that they got fucking married. Shit. Science.
Yo, and also
AEW.
that tag team match, the trios match that they had it just really made that TNT title like a gimmick. It did nothing for Scorpio Sky at all.
I will admit,
anybody.
It was a photo shoot done between Scorpio Sky and Jade. Holy shit, that shit looks sexy as fuck. And that new title that he made, sexy.
With the Lakers colors and all? Yeah.
Yeah, that shit looks fucking dope.
Now that's something interesting right there. Scorpio Sky and Jade. I can see that. They don't necessarily have to be a couple, but I can see them. If you ever did like an intergender team, I could see that working.
Yeah.
That would be.
They can bounce off of each other so well. Scorpio Sky is so good on the mic, and Jade is coming along, especially when she's like, Tony, cut this shit. You know, it fits so well with Scorpio Sky and his persona. He's like, you heard the lady, and then have that promo.
Yeah.
Woo.
Yeah.
It would be great.
Yeah. That would be
dope. Even if you were to do that snap in live, if he's doing a promo, have the snap, lights out, cuts a commercial break.
Yep. We just writing shit for AEW. Like, come on, somebody needs to fucking watch this shit. Like, damn.
Word. Oh fuck! Did I lose the page? I lost the page. I didn't lose the page.
I think they lost that UFC title though, because they came out with the BMF championship, the old school UFC title, and the new UFC championship. And when they won, they only had the TNT title, the old school UFC, and the BMF. No one had that new UFC title at all.
That's true.
Like, I don't know if they fucking just did that on purpose, so that way it's like UFC doesn't like try to do a lawsuit or whatever fuck, or you know the copyright shit. I don't know, but that was weird. That's right, Kenny, cut the check. Shit, but no, yeah, that was weird. I noticed that. But yo, but Kenny, since you're here, did you notice that the hair versus hair match is July 15th? A week before July 25th.
Yes. And they advertised that shit. That shit had me dying. I peeped that shit. That shit had me fucking dying.
I'm like, yo, July isn't before June. It's not in the middle of June. Like, what the fuck? How do you have a hair match before Blood and Guts, but Blood and Guts is in June and the hair match is in July? Like, somebody fucked up. Somebody fucked up.
So, yo, and there's proof. There's solid proof, and that's not Photoshop, folks. I mean, it is, but on professional AEW level.
Yeah. It wasn't altered.
It wasn't altered. That was all them. Oh shit. Right. Yeah, that match. That again, didn't really see it that much. Didn't care too much. At least I saw Ty Conti basically get super kicked in the face, and if we have anything to look up to, that would be the reason. Kyle O'Reilly defeated Darby Allin.
That was a match. I like that match. When Darby Allin ran face first in the homeboy's knee, I was like, ooh, that hurt. But it almost looked like that was what Darby Allin wanted.
Yo, he's like, I'll take it. I'll take all the pain. Let's
Word.
go.
It took him a while to get his bearings back, but after that, Kyle O'Reilly. I said this to Lay earlier. Kyle O'Reilly is really showing how good of a wrestler he is in AEW. Like, he was okay in NXT, but this guy just took it up another level in AEW.
I
with that
agree.
match.
I want to see how more he is though on the mic. He's a great wrestler, but I need a little bit of a total package because I'm spoiled.
Yeah.
But I really want to see Kyle O'Reilly basically just go in on a promo. And Bobby Fish. Oh man. I would love to see if they would have to go for single runs. I can see Bobby Fish versus Scorpio Sky for the TNT title.
Oh yeah, I could see that. I could honestly see Scorpio Sky with anybody. And that's weird that he's not getting that respect.
There's gonna be a match where it's gonna end up being Darby Allin versus Scorpio Sky because he has a title. I think at this point we need to give Darby Allin a title run. Not to say we need to cut the umbilical cord with Sting.
Yeah.
But in a way, we kind of do.
Yeah.
Same thing for Jurassic Express and Christian. I think that umbilical cord needs to. Same thing with Dominic and Rey Mysterio. Yes, we do cross promotions here.
Yep.
That shit was supposed to be cut while he was born still. All right. Jesus.
For real. But yeah, I think Sting being with Darby Allin hurt him more than anything.
I don't think it hurt him. I don't think it hurt him at all. Because with so much new talent coming on, without Sting, Darby Allin would be on Dark.
True. But he was so hot before I can see Darby Allin fight for the title.
The thing is that he still is hot. He still is hot with the crowd. But we're so focused on showcasing your Adam Cole, your Samoa Joe, your Bryan Danielson, okay? Your John Moxley, okay? Your Chris Jericho, all right? And we'll throw in Eddie too.
Yeah.
Oh, let's not forget, Thunder Rosa needs to have a segment.
Yeah, she's the champion. She doesn't have it. And Britt Baker also.
Britt Baker needs her TV time.
Yeah.
Without Sting, who should be on cable and not on Dark, Darby Allin would be on Dark. So no, it did not hurt him because without Sting, Darby Allin would even be on Dynamite. Maybe Rampage, but not on Dynamite as much. Because Darby Allin just comes out when someone needs a helping hand.
like yesterday.
It was good for when it started, but it has ran its course. Yeah. And now it's either we add to this or we do not. In all honesty, I mean, they're Texas, so I guess that's why Thunder Rosa's with them all the time. But I think I would have loved to see Thunder Rosa be in the camp of Sting. Just because it's the whole face paint thing, and I just want all the face painters to be with Sting right now.
I mean, yeah, it makes sense. She is kind of like a Darby Allin of the women, just not as crazy, but she does go there. She does do that crazy shit like he does. Just not.
She puts her body through it.
Yeah.
She's not afraid, and not to say anybody else is afraid per se to put their body through it, but like if she wants to hit as hard as Japan women when they have that strong style. Versus just like you know, just trying to sell it. You know what I mean? She's gonna make you sell it.
Oh yeah. And she's more willing to be physical.
Absolutely.
And
that
she
kind of
looks crazy.
and that kind of goes into the next match, which is Thunder Rosa versus Serena D.
Yeah.
I love this match. This was the match I was waiting for.
That was two wrestlers.
Oh yeah.
That wasn't two women wrestlers. That was two wrestlers going at it.
And I want to see it continue. I'm not done with it.
Yeah.
If you let Britt Baker and Ruby Soho run its course and continue to running its course, you can continue this. Who's the next one? Who said I was done? Who said I was done? I'm not gonna go to the back of the line. Nope. I'm coming back here and I'm gonna snuff you in the middle of a promo because we're not done.
Yep.
Who's next? We're not through. I'm not through with you. No one is next because it's me and it's going to be me until I win that title and goodbye. It needs to happen.
There ain't no next.
Mm-hmm.
But I was telling Leigh earlier, it was like the one thing is that they shown towards the end, like their muscle endurance is not up there. Because that power bomb that Serena Deebs did was a little sloppy, and then towards the end when there was some stuff like towards the end when they would try to lift each other or do something. Muscle endurance. Yeah, it's like, and I get it. They don't go that long, but it's, you know, they gotta keep that in mind also.
Who was more winded though? You know what I'm saying? I think, in my opinion, I think Thunder Rosa was more winded because she is at a fast speed.
Yeah.
You know? You want to be that Rey Mysterio speed type, still doing your things, but you know, where Serena D, not to say she doesn't, she takes her time and she knows she's been in the business for a lot longer. So it's not to say it lands one more than the other, but when you have such a match like that and you don't have the endurance, it kind of, all right, so what are we doing? It kind of fucks up the other person at the same time.
Yeah.
So I enjoyed this match though.
I did too.
And it needs to continue happening. And that match was it was almost about 17 minutes long.
And well deserved too. But that opening segment of that match was beautiful. That reminded me of like Rob Van Dam, Lance Storm type shit in ECW.
Yeah.
Just the way they were doing the wrestling moves and transitioning to other wrestling moves and going off of each other. That one I appreciated. Yeah, I appreciated it.
I just stood there, and then after what they did, like everybody else in the arena.
Yeah.
We're with you. We're clapping too. That was beautiful. Really good shit. But yeah, Thunder Rosa, still your AEW Women's Champion. Next is the Jericho Appreciation Society versus the Black fucking Pool Combat Club, Eddie Kingston, Santana, and Ortiz. Oh man. And Anarchy in the arena match, because why? Because shit's about to hit the fan, folks.
Word.
Shit's about to hit the fan.
Yo,
and it did.
The one thing I did not like about that match is whoever produced that shit with the cameras. They would we would see the beginning of the suplex on the chairs, and then it will pan to two people doing jack shit, and then go back to the end of the suplex. It's like, yo, bro, stick with the move, and then we'll go later. Like, there's some shit I don't want to see, and then there's some shit I want to see. Like, if this motherfucker's jumping off the ladder, I want to see him jump off the ladder. I don't want to see him get to the ladder and then go watch two people lay down.
On some real ass shit, the smartest thing AEW could possibly do. I want, from that camera's point of view, the whole fight from that one camera in one video, if possible, right? Before we have to kind of cut into the same, not the same frame, but hey, now it's your turn down there. It's your turn, and then your turn. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Have one lead, just focus on Jericho, focus on this person, then see how they transition to the next person. And then have another point of view from just Moxley's, everything. From when he started up and everything, where you can see at Hill that's Liz, heel.liz. Sorry, that was a blunt talking. She has a great video of John Moxley getting ready for Anarchy. That shit was dope as fuck. I would have fucking worked out. I was like, oh my God, he's right there. You're like, I would have geeked out. But like, have a camera and then have videos out there. Like, hey, so Anarchy from Moxley's, not to say Moxley's point of view, from Moxley's camera, Jericho's camera, Eddie Kingston's camera, Santana and Ortiz. Let's see where they're at. Because I didn't barely see Ortiz until like towards later, and I was like, where the fuck has he been?
Yep. And then you had, this is part of the reason why my brother don't like Eddie Kingston anymore. Well, he don't like him. He likes him less. Is Eddie Kingston was talking all that shit about fucking up Jericho, and the whole match he's fucking up 2.0. It's like, bro, I don't even think you knew Jericho was in the match. The way you,
I would have to say this though, that fucking look that he had on his face, where blood is literally just gushing out of him, with a fucking shit of gasoline.
Yeah.
And I love the meme that was like, you have to hate a motherfucker when you have to go ahead and drown him in a shit ton of gasoline with these prices going up.
Yeah. Yeah.
That shit, whoever fucking made that, kudos, because that shit was so true. And it is so fucking hilarious. Oh man. And then
I like how that cost him the match.
We're setting a man on fire. We're setting it cost him the match. He should have just lit his ass on fire. But like, why not? But then maybe it really was gasoline, and fucking was like, the fuck are you doing?
Hey, bro, Daniel Bryan was like, get the fuck out of here with that shit.
Like, I would not put it past Eddie Kingston. That was real alcohol, gasoline, whatever the fuck it is. Liquid, flammable shit. All right.
Yeah.
And that was a workable lighter, because that motherfucker smokes cigarettes. He smokes his blunts. All right. That was a lighter he had in his pocket. And absolutely nobody had Cody Rhodes' fucking white shit all over it. What the fuck is this shit on his back? Oh, he's gonna get burned. Remember that shit?
Yep.
DK, his skin was falling off. No, it wasn't. That wasn't his skin. He would have been bleeding. All right.
Yeah. There would have been pus. It wouldn't have fell off.
It would have not fell off. Your skin would not have. Your skin would have probably stuck to the fucking mat, if anything. All right. Yep. It's melted.
Yep.
Fuck out of here.
But that part was cool. But
just the visual of it. I think that's what I love. The theatrical visual of it. It's like, oh shit, that nigga, like, he's serious. Eddie Kingston looks like your fucking New York crazy ass killer, Jason, Freddy, your nightmare coming down like, I'ma fucking kill you. You see this gas right here, nigga? I'm bleeding all over my face. You think I give a fuck? Nope.
Word.
Oh man, that was good, but it cost him the match.
Yeah. And I like that Bryan Danielson took the L, and it wasn't like fucking Ortiz or something. I liked it was Bryan Danielson, because it shows that he's not invincible.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Because the way they're building him, it was like him and Moxie were invincible. Shit, they couldn't lose. But I like the fact that he lost the way that he did, even though they knocked him out. Shit.
Mm-hmm. You know, but that's what happened. And now we want blood and guts.
Yeah.
Now we want more blood. Now we're gonna open niggas with pizza cutters during the pizza commercial type shit. They're gonna fucking bring this nigga from GCW, and everything's all fucked up. That's it. We're gonna do it all over again, folks. This is what we do.
Word. Let's just hope this time they don't get out of the cage.
Something like that. Oh man. Let's see. What was next? All right, Jurassic Express.
Yeah.
That's right. They defeated Keith Lee, Swerve, Strickland, Team Taz, which is Powerhouse, and Ricky Starks. I love that shit.
Yeah. Yeah, you know something, to be honest with you, this match, it was good, but it made me want more of Hobbs. Like, I saw Hobbs do like a couple of things, and I'm like, yo, why is he not getting more spots? Like, this is a power, like, this dude should be powering these motherfuckers. Why is he only getting 1 or 2 moves? Like, he's too far in the background. He needs to be up there with like a Keith Lee and fucking Luchasaurus. I need to see him as equals.
I love the fact that we had this standoff between Luchasaurus, Keith Lee, and Hobbs.
Yeah.
Like, I'm like staring. I'm like, this ring is not big enough for all 3 of these niggas, especially since like we've been kind of recently seeing that ring ropes are not holding up our wrestlers nowadays. Like, folks, people getting hurt out here. Tie the ring rope tighter. Make sure that we are looking for the safety of our fellow wrestlers out there in the world. Okay? And I'm not just talking about Bobby Lashley, but I'm also talking about, you know, Willow Nightingale. Because Pobrecita, I think she was having a match with it seemed like Taya Valkyrie. And she just, like, tie the rope tighter, y'all. Let's do a better job. Come on.
Word.
Come on. Come on. We're here rooting for y'all. Like, the fuck? Get it together. But, yo. I want, let's see, like 2 or 3 rings with these niggas. I don't know. I don't care. I want like a mini football field, all right, for these guys, but in a wrestling ring. Some shit, all right. These are big ass guys.
You want an elite scale ring.
I want an elite scale ring, absolutely, for the Giants.
Yeah,
because that shit is crazy. I mean, too many Giants is, I don't know, FIFA for fun, but the fucking, you can feel it. I want to see Keith Lee and Hobbs. I want to see Keith Lee and Luchasaurus. I want to see Luchasaurus and Hobbs. And then eventually, I want to see Keith Lee and Hobbs as a tag team.
Yeah.
I want all of that.
I can see that because, you know, it will give Hobbs a little bit more personality. We're not really seeing much personality from him. We're just seeing the big dude.
Right,
He's more like Ricky Starks' bodyguard than teammate.
I wouldn't say so much a bodyguard per se. More than a teammate, yes. I just feel like he is like always as a backup no matter what. Like, he's always going to be that boy that's going to be like, that's my boy. You fuck with him, you fuck with me type shit, you know? Not so much as a unity tag team, you know? And also, why are we not teaming up Ricky Starks with Hook? We're part of Team Taz.
Yeah.
How did... And I love Daz and Hook. However, Hook Dancing or whatever it is.
Yeah, Dan Hansen.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
No, it's not Dan Hansen.
Yeah, I just looking like, hold on, wait. Yeah,
Danhausen.
Yeah.
I think it's called Hookhausen. I think that's what it was. It's weird how fucking Hook and Danhausen make a team, and it seems weirdly where both of their characters are weird. Why? Who doesn't want to talk during wrestling promo?
Yeah.
I mean, Orange Cassidy doesn't really talk per se. Lately, he has, but he's been more of the laid back.
Yep.
Where Hook is just, I'm here. I win a match. I get paid. I go home. I don't get paid by the hour. I get paid by wins. I'm winning.
Word.
We out.
His actions are speaking for himself.
Mm-hmm. Yo, a great fucking, is my hot ass thinking, a great fucking backstage moment where it be Hook, Dika in a stripper club, kind of recreating that moment. Danhausen curses the girl because he's like, whoa, ugh, you know, because it's an ugly bitch, and then she falls off the pole. Like,
Yo, they'll never be able to go back to a strip club.
but Hook is just there like,
Eh? with his hair and shit. I get
with his hair and shit, and the
his
fucking
hands
hoodie.
are taped up, and his hands are taped up to fight, and he just.
That's it. Oh, look. And just be like,
Word.
all right, let's go. You know, without even
Yeah.
saying. And then he just walks off. Yeah, no. Going back to this triple threat tag team match, three-way tag team match. It was long. It was 17 minutes long. A little over 17 minutes long. And we got to see a little bit of each wrestler. Each wrestler had a time, a spot, and everything like that. It was a fun match for what it was. I didn't think that Jurassic Express was going to win. For a moment, I really thought it was Keith Lee. I thought we were going to have like a title switch hands and whatnot. I think we were going to go for that, but it did not. And I'm okay with that. It's fine. We're still building and see what happens. And then finally, we get to our last match. CM Punk defeats Hangman Adam Page for a match that went on for 25 minutes and 40 seconds. Should Hangman use the title to beat CM Punk? If you were Hangman, would you?
I think it's, you know, because I don't know what they're trying to do with Hangman. Were they trying to make him like a baby face, like the ultimate baby face, or like I've seen him do some shit? Why not hit him with the title?
I thought Cowboys were dirty.
Yeah, you know, like he was on some cowboy shit. Like I thought you was willing to do anything to keep this championship and to save AEW from CM Punk. Like, what's like? This was a clusterfuck of storylines because I didn't know what Hangman Page was trying to do out there. Like with his promos and the way he did the match, was like, I don't know, but CM Punk won. Yes, it's time we got this shit off him. Because I think it ran its course with Hangman Page.
You know what? I think if he would have hit Punk with the title, I think we would have caught a little bit more of an interest.
Yeah.
Of one, his title reign, and two, of him as a character.
Yeah.
Cowboy shit, you didn't care. You had a drink in your hand all the time. You just came in, you did some wild cowboy shit, and it was badass. And now it's like, you don't, and not to say that drinking adds whatever, but just the whole persona, right? That man could be drinking fucking iced tea and it can look like fucking whiskey or bourbon, you know?
Yeah.
Just have that image, and where you're like, fuck this shit, you know? It's like you have to watch him go through his hard times for you to be interested in his cowboy shit when he got his cowboy shit and he don't know what to do with it. You just need to continue that persona of like, oh, no, I'm going to keep drinking. I'm on some cowboy shit. I'm going to drink. I'm going to fuck you up. I'm going to walk out.
Word. What up, Alex?
Hi, Alex. But now we are, what are we doing now? We are calling it the Summer of Punk.
Yeah.
The Summer of Punk. We are officially in the Summer of Punk. Who crazy because FTR came out there to celebrate with him. And then on Dynamite, they were in a tag team.
Yeah.
So FTR, we've always known as heels. Recently, I guess with certain changes, you know, they're looked as more as a baby face. But they can quickly change a heel instantly. The thing is that right now the crowd is behind them, and as they should be. They are one of the best tag teams. They are the ROH tag team champions. They do have some gold around their waist, which, you know, I haven't seen anybody recently kind of like challenge them per se for those belts.
Yeah, I think the dudes from the Best Friends challenged them on Rampage?
Oh, wait.
Tippy Flippy Floppy.
Rapungi Vice.
Yeah.
Rapungi Vice.
Yeah.
Yo,
Yeah.
that shit stuck with me. I was like, what the fuck? Rapungi Vice? The fuck?
I don't know where they...
Yeah.
I don't know where they get that fucking name from, but yeah.
Rapungi Vice. I don't get... Yo, that shit I find that to be so fucking hilarious. And I find myself singing the song. Rapungi Vice. Yo, I annoyed the shit out of my daughter with it. She's like, can you please stop? I was like, yo, Riley. Yeah? Rapungi Vice. Rapungi Vice. She's like, stop it. Sorry. My fault, Rapungi Vice. I'm gonna go to my room. Oh, okay. I'll holla at you. Yo, one more favor. Yeah? Rapungi. Bye. Mommy got a long time.
I hear you. With as much stuff as they give you, you got to give it back to them sometimes.
Shit. Oh, by the way, I must send you a video. Either by tonight or by tomorrow. She cut a whole promo on you thinking that we were on IG Live. And I am hysterically laughing because she's like, I'm in Puerto Rico and you're not because you're bald and you're short. I'm just like, I'm just recording for fun. I'm not even doing IG Live. I'm not doing anything. I'm just recording us. She's like, oh, well, hold on. And then she did like a little promo of cutting ass on you. And it was the most funniest thing because I wasn't even thinking or even said anything about you. And she's like, you tell toe. I think the only thing I said was, yo, we're watching AEW. That was about Double or Nothing. I was just like kind of just saying shit. And then she's like, yeah, toe. And I'm in Puerto Rico and you're not.
Oh man.
I'm like,
oh man.
I thought we were just having fun.
Word. Now I'm gonna have to cut a promo on her with show tomorrow.
The most funniest shit. I was like, all right, that's how you really feel? Yup. Okay. Ready to go? Yeah, sure. Okay, let's go.
Damn.
And she walked as if it was nothing. She was like, we're getting ice cream now? Yes, we are. That's cool.
Damn, man, I can't do nothing without this girl talking shit about my pole.
She coming for you, man.
Word.
She's like, I'm coming for you. That's it.
Word. I don't even know what I did to her.
You did it.
It was the chancleta slap.
Yo, she found a pair of chancletas. So we went to a souvenir shop. She saw chancletas. She's like, I should get this so I can hit toe with. Yo, she coming for blood and guts. She's coming for
Word.
blood and guts. She's coming for you. And the best part is that I'm telling fucking Matt Awesome everything. I was like, yo, bro, you need to hear this shit. My kid said da 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 da. She cut a promo that he was like, that's dope. You tell her I support her. I was like, so my friend with the chancleta said he supports you. She's like, I knew it. I'm gonna get this one. I was like, put this shit down before you break shit. Blood and guts.
I see
Blood
that shit.
and guts.
I'm gonna have to do a workout montage of like, I'm coming for you. We had chancleta on a pole match.
Yo, shit. I'm fucking only if Matt Austin is the special guest referee. You're screwed then. You're screwed.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's the Puerto Rican screw job.
Word. Shit, man.
Oh, shit.
See, Pimp, everybody wants a piece of the toe. Everybody wants a piece of the toe, man.
I don't know what to say, man.
Hey, man,
I don't
you
know
know
what to say. I didn't do nothing.
I'm gonna have to see this promo she cut on me, and then we're gonna have to go about it afterwards. We're gonna have to see what happens.
Oh shit, that's hilarious. Well, yeah, I'm gonna definitely go ahead and send that shit to you because that shit was fucking great.
Word. Before you guys leave, do you think Tony Khan is doing a good job with Ring of Honor? I don't know what he did with Ring of Honor.
Well, I mean, it's still a work in progress. I think that's the best answer I can say. It's still a work in progress. It's still a work in progress. Now we have to figure out what is he really going to be capable of in the next 6 months, right? Because not only did you start signing ROH, or you bought out ROH completely, so you're having another brand. You also have a collaboration with New Japan Pro Wrestling. So now ROH was the first big announcement, and then New Japan. And now it seems that with the Forbidden Door open, all pun intended, we're focusing more on New Japan Pro Wrestling rather than Ring of Honor. Now, what do we do with Ring of Honor? We have so many talent wrestlers, male and female, who have either A, been a veteran of Ring of Honor, or two, can benefit to being on Ring of Honor, very much like Mercedes Martinez.
Yep.
I've been seeing her more in the forefront than anything else. And yo, that shit is dope. I am a fan of Mercedes Martinez.
Yeah.
I'm ready. I can see Martinez go against Thunder Rosa. I mean, not for nothing. It's not like we ain't see that feud before. She had a match, talked to Britt Baker, didn't work out. There was mutual respect there, but there also could be an amazing storyline and feud.
Yep. ROH versus AEW champions.
Mm-hmm. Or let's just say Thunder Rosa loses the championship, right? But Mercedes Martinez still has her thing. Who's to say not Thunder Rosa won't go for ROH?
Yeah.
And build that up.
And that would be a feud. I think that ROH has to have, if not like their own show, maybe their own like pay-per-views, their own events. You know what I'm saying?
It needs to happen.
Yeah, they have to have something for them. If we're gonna walk around with the titles, they have to have something for them. You know, it's like, how you just gonna be Ring of Honor champions and there's no Ring of Honor? You know,
some show. Even like you're doing so well with Dark and Elevation, right? That why can't you do the same for ROH? Create an ROH YouTube. Have a small audience as well, you know, and just build from that. It doesn't have to be 2 shows. It could be just 1 show. But you're still dominating almost every day. Because Monday you have Dark. Tuesday you have... Monday you have Elevation. Tuesday you have Dark. Wednesday's Dynamite. Thursday's up for grabs. Might not put ROH there. Oh, Impact Wrestling. If you're watching Impact Wrestling, I believe that's happening. And then Fridays we have, SmackDown. Yes. And Rampage. Mondays you have Monday Night Raw, but not for nothing. For an hour of AEW wrestling, it's more than and better than an hour of Raw. And that's not me being a mark or anything like that. It's just that there's wrestling matches and commentary is absolutely phenomenal. But just watching a live Raw show can be so dragging, especially if the storylines are not all hitting.
Yeah.
And this is speaking from experience of going to live Raw events and live SmackDown events. The SmackDown was always better, in my opinion, for a live event than Monday Night Raw. After a while, Monday Night Raw just felt like a long 3-hour movie. And if you got to the show, you had I don't know, whatever fucking shit, 205 Live, I don't know. Anything that
Main
you
event.
see. Main event. Oh, that's another one. That's so sad. I remember Saturday Night Late Main Event, and that was just such an amazing thing. And they just put that name into basura, trash.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know they took out Saturday Main Event, but they just the way they made Main Event, same way as I had Saturday Night Main Event, same font, same colors, just meh.
Yeah. They don't give a shit about nothing unless it's like fucking the WWE title or the Universal title. They don't really put any effort into shit. But we ran a little late today, but we gotta call it a night. I gotta work tomorrow.
Word.
But happy to have you back, Gigi. Next week we're gonna be off. Next week we're gonna be off. We need some. Yeah, we need some time to, recharge our batteries and all that other shit.
Word.
But
when we do come back, we're gonna have Tia from the Pretty Fig Collector on the show on the 16th. Dope ass person from Cali. Her collection, my God, puts this to shame. There's no competition as a female figure collector that I've seen, especially when it comes to wrestling figures. She is like wall to wall. There's no white behind the wall. It's just figures upon figures upon figures. And to see what her whole fucking story is of when she first started collecting until where she's at today. I can't wait to hear the story because holy shit, that's a lot.
Yeah. Word.
So we're very excited to have her on June 16th. But definitely check her page out. I would definitely be posting it on my IG.
That's right. So, on that note, everybody, it's your friendly neighborhood knucklehead signing out. Peace.